The lingering warmth of the fine linen settles around you as the rhythmic sigh of the waves continues its gentle cadence just beyond your expansive windows. You feel the subtle shift of the mattress beneath you, a bespoke design crafted for ultimate repose, as your awareness slowly expands beyond the immediate comfort of the bed. A soft, cool current of air, carrying the faint, clean scent of the sea, brushes against your cheek, a quiet invitation from the open balcony doors. You begin to stretch, a slow, deliberate unfurling of your limbs. The smooth fabric of the sheets, a high thread count Egyptian cotton, yields and then gently resists the movement of your bare feet, tracing the delicate texture against your skin. Your fingers extend, reaching towards the soft, tailored duvet, feeling the light weight of the goose down filling. You notice the way your muscles respond, a pleasant, easy release after a night of deep rest. The subtle creak of a distant floorboard from another part of the villa, almost imperceptible, only serves to deepen the quiet intimacy of your suite. With a soft sigh, you press your palms against the mattress, feeling its firm yet yielding support, and slowly push yourself upwards. The duvet slides down, pooling in a luxurious cascade at your waist, revealing the soft, muted tones of the room as the morning light strengthens. You sit for a moment on the edge of the bed, allowing your gaze to drift across the polished travertine floor, its cool, smooth surface a quiet contrast to the warmth of the bed. The subtle sheen of the brushed bronze trim on the bedside table catches the light. Your eyes are drawn naturally to the panoramic view, a vast expanse of sapphire blue meeting a sky just beginning to deepen from pearl gray to a soft, clear azure. The horizon line is impossibly crisp, a perfect division between sea and sky, unbroken by any distant landmass. You observe the tiny, almost imperceptible undulations on the water's surface, each ripple catching the nascent sun in a fleeting silver flash. A solitary sailing yacht, a pristine white against the deep blue, drifts lazily far in the distance, its sails barely catching the morning breeze. The gentle lapping of the waves, a consistent, soothing whisper, is now a familiar, comforting presence, a natural soundtrack to your awakening. You reach for the elegant glass carafe on the bedside table, its surface cool and smooth against your fingertips. The water inside gleams with clarity. As you lift it, a faint, almost inaudible clink of glass against the marble surface of the table accompanies the small, precise movement. You pour a measure into the matching tumbler, the water flowing silently, a clear cascade into the waiting vessel. Bringing the cool rim to your lips, you take a slow, refreshing sip, feeling the coolness spread, a delicate awakening from within. The taste is pure, filtered, and clean, a simple luxury. You place the tumbler back down with care, the soft thud absorbed by the thick, hand-woven rug beneath the table. You then simply sit, allowing the warmth of the morning sun to slowly spread across your skin, feeling the gentle stir of the air from the open balcony. The distant hum of a small fishing boat, almost a vibration more than a sound, drifts in and out of your perception, a soft counterpoint to the continuous rhythm of the sea. You pause, simply observing the way the light begins to play across the high ceiling, revealing the subtle texture of the plaster, and allow yourself to simply be present in the quiet, unfolding morning. The cool, smooth expanse of travertine tile greets your bare feet as you finally rise from the edge of the bed, the first golden light of morning now fully illuminating the path towards the open balcony. With a quiet movement, you push yourself fully upright, feeling the gentle stretch along your spine. Each step across the cool stone floor is deliberate, a soft, almost imperceptible contact. The sensation grounding and refreshing. You move towards the threshold, where the interior space subtly merges with the open air. A noticeably fresher, slightly cooler breeze envelops you as you step out, the air carrying a more concentrated essence of salt and distant blossoms. The polished railing, made of a dark, aged wood, feels smooth and solid beneath your fingertips as you approach its edge. You lean, just slightly, allowing the expanse of the view to unfold before you in its entirety. Your gaze traces the precise lines of the terrace itself, constructed from large, pale limestone slabs that absorb the early sun, radiating a subtle warmth. In a series of terracotta pots, carefully arranged, small, resilient bougainvillea plants are just beginning to unfurl their rich, paper-thin petals, their leaves a deep, glossy green. You notice the delicate way a single dewdrop clings to the tip of a leaf, catching the light like a tiny, perfect jewel. Beyond the railing, the cliff drops away sharply, revealing the intricate patterns of the rock formations below, carved by millennia of wind and sea. The deep blue of the Tyrrhenian Sea stretches out endlessly, its surface now sparkling with countless points of golden light as the sun climbs higher. You can just discern the faint, rhythmic sound of the waves breaking against the base of the cliffs, a deeper, more resonant echo than the lapping sounds from your bedroom. The distant, almost invisible outline of the Amalfi Coast shimmers softly on the far horizon, a quiet presence across the water. You turn, moving towards one of the comfortable, woven rattan chairs, placed strategically to capture the morning vista. The cushions, covered in a sun-resistant, natural linen, invite you to settle. As you gently lower yourself, the slight give of the material provides a soft embrace, and you arrange yourself, allowing your body to sink into the quiet support. The warmth of the sun now fully bathes your face, a comforting, gentle touch. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warmth soak in, feeling the slight, almost imperceptible sway of the breeze. The continuous, distant hush of the sea and the bright, clean air fill your senses, anchoring you completely in this tranquil moment on your private terrace. The gentle warmth of the sun on your skin, still present from your time on the terrace, accompanies you as a new, rich aroma begins to subtly reach you. It is the unmistakable scent of freshly brewed coffee, a comforting invitation that draws you from the rattan chair. You rise with an easy, unhurried motion, feeling the slight resistance of the linen cushion as you leave its embrace, and step onto the cool, pale limestone of the terrace once more. Your bare feet glide across the smooth stone, guiding you along a short, open-air walkway bordered by fragrant rosemary bushes, their slender leaves releasing a faint herbal perfume into the morning air with each passing breeze. The path leads to a slightly lower level of the villa's exterior, opening onto another spacious, sun-drenched area. Here, the centerpiece is a magnificent infinity pool, its still, glass-like surface perfectly mirroring the deep blue of the sky and the distant sea. A small, elegant table is set by the water's edge, prepared just for you. As you approach, the aroma intensifies, a deep, roasted fragrance mingling pleasantly with the clean, fresh scent of the pool water and the salty air. On the table, a perfectly white ceramic cup sits on its matching saucer, a delicate curl of steam rising from its dark contents. Beside it, a silver spoon rests, polished to a high sheen, reflecting the golden morning light. You pause, taking a moment to simply observe this serene tableau, the quiet anticipation a part of the morning ritual. You extend your hand, your fingers gently closing around the warm, smooth porcelain of the cup. The heat transfers softly to your palm, a comforting sensation. You lift the cup, bringing it closer, allowing the rich, earthy steam to warm your nostrils. The subtle clink of the saucer as you separate the cup is the only sound, a small punctuation in the quiet morning. You inhale deeply, letting the complex notes of the freshly ground beans fill your senses. The first sip is deliberate, a moment of pure focus. The dark liquid, perfectly hot but not scalding, touches your lips, then your tongue. Its flavor is robust, deep, with a faint, pleasing bitterness that quickly yields to a smooth, lingering warmth. You feel the coffee spread through you, a gentle awakening. You close your eyes for a brief instant, savoring the precise balance of flavor and temperature, a perfect start to the day. Opening your eyes, you look out over the infinity pool. Its edge seems to vanish seamlessly into the horizon, creating an illusion of endless water merging directly with the sea beyond. The surface of the pool is perfectly still, undisturbed, reflecting the clear sky above. You trace the subtle, almost imperceptible current that draws the water towards the vanishing edge. A silent, continuous flow. The only movement is the occasional, slow ripple of the water, where the softest breeze touches its surface, sending out concentric circles that gently fade. You take another slow, deliberate sip. The warmth of the cup and the taste of the coffee, a grounding presence as you simply watch the calm, endless blue. The lingering warmth from your coffee cup still rests in your palm, as a new, sweeter perfume, distinct from the sea salt and rosemary, begins to subtly draw your attention away from the infinity pool. You rise from the comfortable chair, your bare feet finding the familiar, cool smoothness of the limestone terrace, a quiet contrast to the heat of the sun. The gentle lapping of the pool's vanishing edge continues its soft murmur behind you as you turn, following the inviting fragrance. A narrow, stone-paved path, partly shaded by ancient olive trees, winds gently away from the sun-drenched pool area. The air here feels slightly cooler, carrying a damp earthiness beneath the bright citrus notes, a distinct change from the open expanse. With each deliberate step, the scent deepens, becoming undeniably bright and clean, a clear invitation. You pass under the gnarled branches of an old olive tree, its silver-green leaves rustling with a dry, soft whisper in the morning breeze. The path soon opens into the heart of your private lemon grove, a verdant sanctuary where the light filters down in dappled patterns. The trees stand in orderly rows, their dark, glossy leaves forming a dense canopy overhead. Beneath this natural roof, the air is thick with a pure, invigorating aroma of lemons, a fresh, zesty perfume that seems to hum with quiet energy. You can feel a subtle humidity in the air here, a natural moisture held close by the dense foliage. Your gaze drifts across the abundant branches, heavy with fruit. The lemons hang in clusters, their vibrant, sunny yellow, a startling and cheerful contrast against the deep, almost emerald green of the leaves. Each fruit seems perfectly formed, smooth and plump. You extend your hand, your fingers gently reaching out to brush against the waxy skin of a ripe lemon. The surface is cool and firm, yet yields with a barely perceptible softness beneath your touch. A faint, sharp burst of essential oil is released into the air, intensifying the citrus scent around you. You trace the delicate curve of the fruit, feeling the slight resistance of the stem where it attaches to the branch. The small, almost invisible pores on the lemon's skin become apparent under your close observation. A soft rustle of leaves accompanies a gentle breeze passing through the grove, almost a whisper that weaves through the branches. The path beneath your feet is no longer smooth stone, but soft, slightly damp earth, covered in a scattering of fallen leaves and tiny, discarded white blossoms, their petals surprisingly delicate. Your steps become even softer, almost silent, as you move deeper into the fragrant stillness, allowing the quiet rhythm of the grove to settle around you. The air around you feels thick, with the clean, bright scent of citrus, a natural perfume that invigorates and calms in equal measure. You pause, allowing the morning sun to find a path through the leaves and warm your face once more, feeling completely enveloped in the quiet, abundant life of the grove. A sense of deep, natural peace settling over you. The clean, bright scent of citrus, still clinging subtly to your skin and clothes, gradually softens as you step from the lively lemon grove into the cooler, shaded interior of the villa. Your bare feet, accustomed to the cool earth, now meet the smooth, polished terracotta tiles of a quiet, sun-dappled corridor. The gentle rustle of leaves gives way to a profound stillness, broken only by the distant, muted whisper of the sea, a constant, comforting presence. You move with an unhurried grace along the corridor, the air growing perceptibly cooler, carrying a new, intriguing aroma, a blend of aged paper, fine leather, and old wood. This subtle, intellectual fragrance beckons you forward. The hallway widens, opening into a magnificent private library, bathed in the soft, golden light of mid-morning. Tall, arched windows frame glimpses of the azure sky, allowing generous shafts of sunlight to fall across the rich, dark cherry wood of the towering bookshelves. Tiny dust motes dance lazily within these golden beams, creating a serene, almost suspended atmosphere. Your gaze sweeps across the room, taking in the sheer volume of knowledge and beauty contained within these walls. The shelves, meticulously crafted and polished to a deep sheen, rise from the floor to the vaulted ceiling. Each compartment holds a curated collection of rare volumes, their spines a rich array of colors, deep maroons, forest greens, and warm siennas, punctuated by the glint of delicate gold lettering. The air, cool and dry, carries the distinct, comforting perfume of the many years these books have quietly resided here. You approach one of the central freestanding shelves, your soft footsteps making no sound on the plush, hand-knotted rug that covers the travertine floor. Your fingertips, still carrying the faint coolness from the tiles, lightly brush against the smooth, dark wood of the shelf as you pass. You pause before a section dedicated to ancient histories, your eyes slowly scanning the titles, each one a whisper of a bygone era. The unique textures of the bindings, some smooth, some subtly ridged, invite closer inspection. Your hand reaches out, your fingers gently tracing the spine of a particular volume. It is bound in a deep, almost black leather, its surface worn smooth in places from countless careful readings, yet still retaining a subtle, tactile grain. You feel the delicate impression of a raised design, almost imperceptible, beneath your thumb. The book feels substantial, its weight promising a wealth of information. With a slow, deliberate motion, you grasp the volume and gently pull it from its resting place. A soft, almost whispered sigh of air accompanies its release. The faint rustle of aged paper against its neighbors, a quiet sound in the stillness. You hold the rare volume in your hands, its cool, smooth leather, a grounding presence. The faint, sweet scent of its ancient pages rises as you turn it over, observing the intricate details of its craftsmanship. The gilded edges of the pages catch the sun, reflecting a soft, warm glow. You gently flex the spine, hearing the faintest dry rustle of the paper within, a quiet promise of stories waiting to unfold. The sense of history, of quiet contemplation, settles around you as you hold this tangible piece of the past, the sunbeams continuing their silent dance in the air. The cool, smooth leather of the rare volume rests comfortably in your hands as you turn from the towering bookshelves, drawn towards a quieter, more intimate corner of the sun-drenched library. The rich, woody scent of the room, a blend of aged timber and countless stories, deepens as you move away from the main expanse, guiding you towards a secluded space designed for quiet contemplation. Your footsteps remain soft, absorbed by the plush rug, creating no disturbance in the profound stillness. You discover a hidden alcove, bathed in a softer, diffused golden light, filtering through a tall, narrow window. Here, a deep, generously cushioned armchair, upholstered in a fine, unbleached linen, invites you to settle. Beside it, a small, circular table of polished dark wood holds a single, delicate ceramic coaster. The air in this nook feels slightly warmer, more contained, a gentle pocket of calm within the larger room. You approach the chair, feeling the subtle shift in the air currents as you disturb the quiet. With a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, you ease yourself into the armchair. The cushions yield slowly, conforming to your shape with a gentle, luxurious support. The linen fabric, cool and smooth against your skin, offers a comforting embrace. You arrange yourself, finding the perfect position, feeling the careful craftsmanship of the chair as it cradles you. The weight of the rare volume in your hands feels perfectly balanced, a tangible connection to the past. You lift the book, holding it carefully, allowing the light from the window to illuminate its cover. The intricate details of the embossed leather become clearer, the fine lines and patterns revealing themselves under your gaze. You run a thumb lightly over the worn areas of the spine, feeling the history embedded in its surface. A faint, almost sweet scent of old paper and leather rises from the pages, a gentle perfume that speaks of silent centuries. With a deliberate slowness, you open the book. The spine gives with a soft, dry creak, a sound like a quiet sigh of release. The first few pages, a delicate cream color, are slightly brittle to the touch, their edges softened by time. You turn the first page, your finger brushing lightly against the textured paper. A faint, almost inaudible rustle accompanies the movement, a sound that is both ancient and intimately present. The fine, elegant script, printed in a rich, dark ink, fills the page, inviting your attention. You settle deeper into the chair, the soft light illuminating the words before you. Your eyes begin to trace the lines of text, following the gentle curves and precise angles of each letter. The distant, muted sound of the sea, a constant, low murmur, becomes a rhythmic backdrop to the quiet act of reading. You turn another page, the soft, dry whisper of the paper, a delicate punctuation in the serene silence of the nook. The stories held within these pages begin to unfold, gently drawing you into their world, the warmth of the sunbeam slowly shifting across your knees as the morning continues its unhurried pace. The soft, dry rustle of the ancient pages gradually fades as the midday sun, now higher and brighter, begins to warm the air within your secluded reading nook. You gently close the rare volume, its cool leather cover settling with a quiet sigh, and place it with care on the polished dark wood table beside you. The faint, sweet scent of aged paper lingers as you rise from the deep armchair, the linen cushions softly releasing your form. You move from the quiet library, your footsteps soft and deliberate on the plush rug, which gradually gives way to the cool, smooth terracotta tiles of the corridor. The scent of old paper slowly recedes, replaced by a fresher, more immediate aroma. A delicate fragrance, bright and herbaceous, drifts through the air, hinting at fresh produce and subtle culinary preparations. This inviting perfume guides you along the sun-dappled hallway, drawing you towards the heart of the villa. The path leads you into an expansive, open-plan kitchen, a space of understated elegance, where the cool sheen of brushed steel meets the pale, delicate veins of marble. The midday light streams in through large, unobstructed windows, illuminating a pristine work surface, where your private chef moves with a quiet, focused grace. They are a presence of calm efficiency, their movements precise and economical, never rushed or hurried. On the cool marble counter, a vibrant array of fresh ingredients is meticulously arranged. Perfectly ripe, deep red tomatoes, still bearing the faint, sweet scent of the sun, gleam beside large, pearly white orbs of fresh mozzarella, their surface smooth and subtly elastic. A generous bunch of basil, its leaves a rich emerald green, rests nearby, exhaling its distinctive peppery sweetness into the air, a clean, invigorating aroma. You observe as the chef selects a tomato, holding it gently, almost reverently. With a gleaming, sharp knife, they begin to slice, the polished blade moving through the firm fruit with a soft, almost soundless precision. Each slice is uniform, a perfect circle revealing the juicy, seed-flecked interior. A faint, sweet acidic scent of fresh tomato is released with every cut, mingling pleasantly with the ambient aromas of the kitchen. The slices are then carefully laid out on a large, cool serving platter, their vibrant color a striking contrast against the pristine white ceramic. Next, the mozzarella. The chef's fingers are deft and light as they gently tear the soft cheese into irregular, yet aesthetically pleasing pieces. The slight yielding resistance of the fresh cheese is almost perceptible, a quiet, tearing sound that is barely a whisper. Each piece is placed thoughtfully amongst the tomato slices, creating a harmonious visual arrangement of alternating red and white. Finally, the basil. The chef takes a small handful of the fragrant leaves, their delicate edges slightly curling. With a gentle, deliberate motion, they tear the leaves by hand, avoiding the harshness of a knife, allowing the natural oils to release their full, sweet perfume into the air. The subtle whisper of tearing leaves is soft, almost like the rustle of silk. These emerald fragments are then scattered sparingly over the tomatoes and mozzarella, a final, vibrant flourish. A small, dark glass bottle is then uncorked with a soft, almost inaudible pop, releasing the faint, fruity scent of exceptional olive oil. The chef holds it carefully, tilting it with a steady hand. A thin, slow drizzle of golden green oil cascades evenly over the entire arrangement, catching the light and enhancing the natural colors of the ingredients. A pinch of fine sea salt, its tiny crystals almost invisible, is then sprinkled with a light, even hand, followed by a delicate grind of black pepper, its faint, sharp scent a final, subtle accent. The finished caprese, a simple yet exquisite composition, rests on the cool marble, a vibrant testament to freshness and careful preparation. The vibrant colors of the freshly prepared caprese salad, a promise of light, clean flavors, recede gently from your view as you turn from the cool marble of the kitchen. A soft, almost imperceptible shift in the air signals your movement towards the open archway leading to the villa's expansive veranda. The warmth of the midday sun now feels more mellow, tempered by a soft, consistent breeze that carries the distant, rhythmic whisper of the sea. You step on to the smooth, sun-warmed limestone tiles of the veranda, a familiar comfort beneath your bare feet. Here the view opens once more to the endless azure, but with a new, inviting arrangement. A low, elegant table crafted from dark, polished teak is set before a pair of deeply cushioned lounge chairs, upholstered in a pale sea blue linen that seems to absorb the tranquility of the surroundings. On the table, a tall, slender glass, exquisitely hand-blown, holds a pale, luminous yellow liquid, its surface shimmering gently. As you approach, a delicate, crystalline sound reaches you, the gentle clinking of ice against the fine glass. It is a soft, melodic chime, a precise and soothing punctuation in the quiet air. The sound repeats subtly as a single, perfectly formed ice cube shifts within the liquid, a tiny, almost imperceptible movement that draws your attention. A faint, sweet tart aroma, unmistakably of fresh lemons, rises from the glass, mingling with the clean, salty breeze. You settle into one of the lounge chairs, the plush cushions yielding with a luxurious, silent embrace. The linen fabric, cool and smooth, feels pleasant against your skin. Your fingers reach for the chilled glass. The surface is cool to the touch, adorned with a delicate film of condensation that leaves a faint, cool dampness on your fingertips. The weight of the glass is perfectly balanced, substantial yet elegant. You lift it, and the ice cubes within respond with another soft, lingering clink, a gentle, musical whisper. Bringing the glass to your lips, you feel the cool, smooth rim against your skin. The first sip is a revelation. The liquid is intensely cold, almost icy, and surprisingly smooth. Its flavor is a perfect balance of bright, sharp lemon zest and a subtle, mellow sweetness, a pure essence of Capri sunshine. You feel the cool liquid spread, a refreshing current moving through you, awakening your senses with its clean, invigorating taste. You close your eyes for a brief moment, allowing the crisp, clean flavor to linger on your tongue, completely present in the sensation. Opening your eyes, you gaze out at the vast, sparkling sea, now a deeper, more intense blue under the midday sun. The gentle clinking of the ice continues, a soft, rhythmic accompaniment to the distant, muted sigh of the waves breaking far below. You lower the glass gently to the teak table, the soft click of glass on wood barely audible. The condensation on the glass catches the light, glistening like tiny, ephemeral jewels. You simply rest, feeling the soft breeze, the quiet warmth of the sun, and the subtle, lingering chill of the limoncello, a perfect, unhurried moment suspended in the afternoon. The last cool trace of the limoncello has faded from your lips, leaving behind a subtle, bright sweetness as the midday sun continues its gentle descent. You rise from the cushioned lounge chair on the veranda, the soft linen releasing your form with a quiet sigh and step onto the familiar warmth of the limestone tiles. The constant, rhythmic whisper of the sea, now a deeper, more resonant sound, beckons you away from the open expanse. You follow a narrow, winding path, carved directly into the ancient rock face of the villa, its surface worn smooth by time and elements. The air here grows cooler, a noticeable shift from the sun-drenched veranda, and carries a distinct, clean scent of damp stone and concentrated sea salt. Sunlight filters through occasional gaps in the rock and the dense, wild fig leaves that cling to the cliffside, creating moving patterns of light and shadow on the path ahead. Each step is deliberate, your bare feet finding purchase on the cool, uneven stone. The path soon opens into a hidden, natural grotto, a secluded sanctuary where the light transforms into an ethereal, shimmering blue. The entrance is a low, arched opening, framing a view of still, crystalline water that glows with an otherworldly luminescence. The air within the grotto is still and cool, a profound quietness enveloping you, broken only by the soft, rhythmic lapping of water against unseen rock formations, a sound that echoes gently in the enclosed space. You approach the edge of the grotto's pool, its surface a mesmerizing, deep sapphire. The water itself appears utterly transparent, revealing the smooth, pale stones of the grotto floor far below. You reach out, your fingertips just brushing the surface. The water is surprisingly warm, a perfect, inviting temperature that feels like liquid silk. A delicate ripple spreads from your touch, slowly expanding across the still blue. With an unhurried grace, you ease yourself into the warm embrace of the water. The initial coolness against your skin quickly gives way to a pervasive, comforting warmth that envelops your entire body. You feel the immediate lightness, the gentle buoyancy, as the water supports your weight effortlessly. Your muscles relax, releasing any lingering tension as you push off gently from the grotto floor, allowing yourself to drift. You float on your back, your ears submerged, transforming the sounds of the outside world into a muffled, distant hum. The gentle lapping of the water against the grotto walls becomes a soft, rhythmic caress against your skin. Above you, the light filters down through a natural opening in the grotto's ceiling, creating a shifting, luminous pattern on the smooth, ancient rock. The water cradles you, its warm, constant pressure, a gentle, profound embrace. You simply drift, feeling the subtle, almost imperceptible currents guiding you, utterly suspended in the quiet, warm blue. The warm, silken embrace of the grotto water slowly yields as you push gently from its depths, feeling the cool, crisp air greet your skin once more. With an unhurried motion, you emerge from the luminous blue sanctuary, your bare feet finding the familiar, cool dampness of the ancient stone path that winds away from the grotto's entrance. The muffled lapping of water recedes behind you, replaced by the soft, rustling breath of the afternoon breeze through unseen foliage. The narrow path, carved into the ancient rock, feels cool and slightly damp beneath your bare feet as you ascend. Fragrant jasmine vines, their delicate white blossoms unfurl, brushing softly against your arm, releasing a subtle, sweet perfume mingling with the damp earthiness of the rock. You feel the shift in temperature as you leave the cool grotto, stepping into the expansive, sun-dappled openness of a private garden. Here, the air is lighter, warmer, carrying floral scents, the subtle sweetness of honeysuckle, the soft spice of oleander. A gentle, almost imperceptible hum of unseen bees drifts on the breeze, a distant whisper adding to the quiet symphony of the afternoon. Your gaze is drawn to a charming, elegant gazebo, a delicate structure of pale, weathered ironwork, its intricate patterns almost softened by a luxuriant cascade of vibrant, magenta bougainvillea. The blossoms, their paper-thin petals, a brilliant shock of color, form a living roof, creating a perfect circle of cool, inviting shade amidst the bright afternoon sun. You approach with unhurried steps, the fine, sun-warmed gravel crunching softly beneath your bare feet. A gentle, rhythmic sound. Within the gazebo, a beautifully crafted wrought iron bench, its dark metal cool, is adorned with thick, plump linen cushions in a soft, calming cream hue. The fabric, cool and smooth, invites you to settle. As you slowly lower yourself, the cushions yield with a luxurious, silent embrace, molding perfectly to your form. You arrange your posture, feeling the careful support, releasing tension, sinking completely into this tranquil retreat. From this deeply shaded vantage point, the meticulously cultivated beauty of the garden unfolds before you in soft, diffused light. Rows of slender lavender stalks, their calming gray-green leaves releasing a soothing, herbaceous fragrance with each passing breeze, sway in unison, a quiet, undulating dance. The glossy, dark green leaves of ancient citrus trees, catching tiny glints of sunlight, create a soft, shifting pattern of light and shadow on the warm earth below. A tiny, quick-moving lizard, its scales almost perfectly camouflaged against the sun-baked stone, darts silently across a flat rock, a fleeting movement that barely registers. You notice the delicate texture of a single fallen olive leaf, its silver underside catching the light, resting quietly on the stone path. Then, carried on the soft, thermal currents of the afternoon air, a new sound subtly reaches you. It is faint at first, a distant, almost ethereal chime, a single, clear note, then another, resonating softly from far across the island. The sound is unmistakably that of church bells, their deep, rich tones mellowed and softened by the vast distance, a gentle, melodic presence woven into the afternoon. You pause, allowing the sound to fully register within your awareness, feeling its quiet, ancient resonance deep within your chest, a gentle, almost imperceptible vibration. The bells continue their slow, deliberate sequence of chimes, each note hanging suspended in the warm, still air for a prolonged moment before gracefully dissipating into the quiet. There is a comforting, timeless rhythm to their soft peal, a steady, ancient cadence, speaking of centuries of tradition and peaceful continuity. You allow your eyes to gently close, letting the gentle sound wash over you, feeling its subtle vibrations in the profound stillness of the afternoon. The last, lingering echoes of the distant church bells have softened into a quiet memory as you rise from the shaded garden gazebo, the cool linen cushions slowly releasing your form. The delicate scents of lavender and honeysuckle, still clinging to the afternoon air, begin to subtly recede as you step from the soft gravel path onto a cooler, shaded transition. You move through a short, elegant passageway, its walls a smooth pale stucco, feeling the air grow perceptibly cooler and stiller. The gentle rustle of garden leaves and the faint hum of distant insects fade, replaced by a profound interior quiet. Your bare feet, accustomed to the varied textures of the garden, now anticipate a change. And then, the undeniable coolness. Your bare soles meet the vast, smooth expanse of polished marble that forms the floor of the grand hall. It is an immediate, grounding sensation. A deep, pervasive coolness that flows upwards. A stark, refreshing contrast to the warmth of the fading afternoon. Each large, precisely cut slab of marble, a creamy white with delicate, almost liquid gray veins, feels impossibly smooth, almost silken beneath your feet. The coolness is consistent, a constant, tranquil presence. The grand hall unfolds before you, an expansive chamber of elegant proportions and hushed light. The high, vaulted ceilings, intricately detailed with subtle plasterwork, seem to draw the air upwards, creating a sense of quiet spaciousness. Late afternoon sun, now a softer, more golden hue, streams through tall arched windows, illuminating the intricate, natural patterns of the marble beneath you. Tiny dust motes, caught in these shafts of light, drift slowly, almost imperceptibly, in the still air, creating a serene, suspended atmosphere. You begin to move, your steps unhurried and light, the cool marble a constant, grounding presence beneath your soles. The sound of your own bare feet on the polished stone is barely a whisper, a soft, almost reverent contact that echoes subtly in the vast space. Your gaze follows the elegant lines of the floor, observing how the polished surface reflects the softened light, creating a quiet, diffused glow. Along the walls, a series of classical sculptures, carved from pure white Carrara marble, stand in silent repose, their smooth, cool surfaces catching the light in a delicate dance of shadows. The air here carries only the faintest, clean scent of stone and a distant, almost imperceptible whisper of the sea, a familiar, comforting presence from beyond the villa walls. You pause in the center of the hall, allowing the quiet grandeur of the space to settle around you. The enduring coolness of the marble beneath your feet offers a profound sense of stability, a tranquil anchor in the late afternoon's gentle descent. The soft golden light continues its slow, silent shift across the polished floor, inviting a deep, unhurried rest. The deep, pervasive coolness of the marble floor, a grounding presence in the grand hall, subtly shifts as your bare feet carry you towards a quiet alcove, bathed in the softening light of the late afternoon. The vast expanse of polished stone gradually gives way to a new, intricate surface, drawing your gaze downward with an inviting sense of discovery. The profound stillness of the hall remains, a hushed backdrop to your quiet exploration. You step into the alcove, and the continuous cool smoothness beneath your feet transforms into a more varied, yet equally refreshing, sensation. Here, the floor is adorned with a meticulously laid pattern of antique majolica tiles. Each individual tile, a square of smooth glazed ceramic, feels cool and firm beneath your soles, offering a subtle, almost imperceptible texture that is distinct from the uniform marble. The light, now a softer, richer gold, falls across the surface, highlighting the intricate artistry of this centuries-old craftsmanship. Your eyes begin to slowly trace the elaborate patterns. The tiles are a symphony of deep, calming blues, cobalt and azure, interwoven with muted greens, soft ochres, and touches of a warm, earthy terracotta. These colors, softened by time, yet still remarkably vibrant, form repeating geometric motifs and delicate, stylized floral designs. You notice the subtle variations in hue and intensity, the quiet imperfections that speak of being hand-painted, each brushstroke a testament to the artisan's touch. The slight, almost imperceptible undulations in the glazed surface catch the light in a gentle, shifting dance. You slowly lower yourself to one knee, your hand reaching out with a deliberate grace. Your fingertips gently make contact with the cool, smooth surface of a single tile. The glaze feels cool and polished, yet beneath the slickness, you can sense the faint, almost imperceptible texture of the painted design, a subtle resistance against your skin. You trace the raised lines of a curling vine, feeling the delicate artistry under your touch. The tile itself feels solid, deeply embedded in the floor, a permanent, quiet presence. As you continue to observe, the late afternoon sun, now lower in the sky, casts long, soft shadows across the floor. These shadows move with an almost imperceptible slowness, gradually shifting the way the light interacts with the glazed surfaces. The blues seem to deepen, the ochres become richer, and the greens gain a quiet intensity. You notice how the light picks out a tiny, almost invisible crack in the glaze of one tile, a minuscule imperfection that only adds to its story, a whisper of time passing. The air here is still, carrying only the faint, clean scent of old stone and the quiet, distant sigh of the sea. You remain, kneeling quietly, allowing the intricate beauty of the Majolica tiles to fill your senses. The coolness beneath your fingers, the visual harmony of the colors and patterns, and the profound stillness of the late afternoon all combine to create a deeply calming, anchoring presence. You simply watch the slow, silent shift of the light across the ancient, glazed surface, feeling the quiet weight of history and craftsmanship, completely at peace in the serene embrace of the villa, the deep, pervasive coolness of the marble floor. A grounding presence in the grand hall gradually softens as the late afternoon light deepens into a mellow, golden twilight. You rise from your quiet observation of the antique Majolica tiles, feeling the last vestiges of their cool ceramic beneath your fingers, and step onto the familiar, vast expanse of polished stone. The profound stillness of the hall remains, a hushed backdrop to the subtle shift in the day. You move with an unhurried grace, your bare feet making no sound on the smooth marble, following a gentle, almost imperceptible current of warmer air that carries the faint, inviting aroma of fresh herbs and a delicate, cooked sweetness. This fragrance draws you away from the hushed grandeur of the hall, towards a more intimate, softly lit dining area. The light here is subdued, a warm, ambient glow emanating from discreet wall sconces and the soft, flickering dance of a few carefully placed candles. As you enter, the table is already set, an arrangement of quiet elegance. A crisp, immaculately ironed linen tablecloth, a pure, calming white, drapes gracefully, its fine texture inviting a gentle touch. Delicate crystal glasses, catching the soft candlelight, stand ready, their surfaces gleaming. A large, shallow ceramic bowl, handmade with a subtly uneven rim, sits at your place, its pristine white, a perfect canvas for the vibrant colors it will soon hold. The air is still, carrying only the gentle sense of the room and the subtle distant whisper of the sea, a constant, comforting presence. You settle into the comfortable dining chair, its smooth, dark wood cool against your back. The soft, yielding cushion beneath you offers a quiet embrace, allowing you to sink gently into its support. Before you, a platter is presented, holding a fresh, vibrant salad. It is a simple yet exquisite composition, crisp, tender greens, their leaves still cool and slightly damp, mingle with thinly sliced cucumbers, their pale green edges almost translucent, and tiny, perfectly ripe cherry tomatoes, their skins taut and glossy. The visual freshness is immediate, and a clean, verdant aroma rises gently from the bowl. Beside the salad, a slender dark glass bottle is placed with careful precision. It is filled with a deep, golden green liquid, your finest olive oil. The bottle itself feels cool and smooth to the touch, its weight substantial in your hand. You lift it, and with a slow, deliberate motion, you gently twist the stopper. A soft, almost imperceptible whisper of air accompanies its release, and the rich, fruity scent of freshly pressed olives rises, a delicate, earthy perfume that promises depth of flavor. You hold the bottle, tilting it with a steady, unhurried hand. A thin, continuous stream of the golden green oil begins to descend, slowly cascading over the crisp, fresh leaves of the salad. You watch as the viscous liquid coats each leaf with a shimmering, delicate film, its color deepening the vibrant greens and reds beneath. The sound is a soft, almost silent drizzle, a steady, unbroken whisper as the oil falls, a liquid silk. The aroma intensifies, a rich, complex fragrance of pepperiness and verdant fruit filling the air around you. You trace the slow, deliberate movement of the oil as it pools in the crevices of the leaves, catching the soft candlelight in tiny, glistening reflections. The subtle sheen it imparts transforms the salad, lending it a quiet richness. The gentle drizzle continues for a few more unhurried moments, ensuring an even, delicate coating. You then slowly straighten the bottle, feeling its weight settle once more, and carefully place it back on the linen cloth with a soft, almost inaudible click. The aroma of the oil, now fully released, lingers pleasantly, a rich, earthy embrace in the quiet, softly lit room, inviting a moment of pure, sensory rest. The rich, fruity aroma of the olive oil, still lingering from your evening salad, gently begins to dissipate as the soft, golden twilight deepens around you. You rise from the comfortable dining chair, its smooth wood cool against your back, feeling the fine linen cushions softly release your form. The delicate sense of the meal, now pleasantly settled, prompt a gentle movement away from the table. Your bare feet, cool from the polished marble of the dining area, carry you with unhurried steps towards the open archway that leads into the villa's expansive kitchen. The air here feels subtly different, a blend of the familiar clean coolness of stone and a new, more immediate combination of fresh, herbaceous notes. The soft, ambient glow from the dining room yields to a slightly brighter, yet still gentle illumination in the kitchen, where sleek, brushed steel surfaces reflect the subdued evening light. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, seems to float in with the evening breeze through an open window. As you step fully into the kitchen, your gaze drifts across the pristine marble counter, its surface cool and smooth to the touch. Here, a small, artful arrangement of fresh ingredients remains, a quiet testament to the evening's culinary preparations. A generous bunch of vibrant green basil, its leaves still plump and glistening with a faint dew, rests on a simple white ceramic plate. Its distinctive, peppery-sweet aroma, clean and invigorating, fills this corner of the room, mingling subtly with the faint, lingering scent of the sea air. You approach the counter, your fingers gently reaching out towards the basil. The delicate leaves feel cool and surprisingly soft, almost velvety, beneath your touch. You trace the intricate vein patterns on a single leaf, feeling its subtle resilience. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper of fragrance is released as your fingers brush past, intensifying the sweet green perfume. Beside the basil, a small, elegant wooden mortar and pestle sits, its smooth, dark surface hinting at freshly crushed herbs. Your attention then shifts to a small, shallow dish, also crafted from white ceramic, which holds a scattering of pure, unrefined sea salt. The crystals are irregular, some fine as powder, others larger, catching the soft kitchen light with a delicate pearly glint. You lean closer, inhaling gently. The scent is clean, sharp and mineral, a pure essence of the ocean, subtly distinct from the salty breeze that drifts through the open window. It is a grounding aroma, a quiet reminder of the powerful, vast sea just beyond the villa. The combined aromas of the fresh basil and the pure sea salt now weave together in the quiet air of the kitchen, creating a delicate, harmonious blend. The peppery sweetness of the herb, the clean, crisp purity of the salt, and the lingering, rich fruitiness of the olive oil from the dining area all contribute to a subtle, inviting bouquet. You simply stand, allowing these quiet, natural perfumes to settle around you, feeling the cool marble beneath your bare feet and hearing the faint, rhythmic whisper of the distant waves. The soft, ambient light of the evening kitchen surrounds you, a cocoon of calm and sensory peace, inviting a deep, unhurried rest. The subtle, mingled aromas of basil and sea salt, lingering from the quiet kitchen, begin to dissipate as the evening air, now cooler and more profound, gently draws you from the villa's interior. You leave the smooth marble floor behind, your bare feet finding the familiar, slightly textured warmth of the limestone terrace as you step into the deepening twilight. The soft, ambient light of the kitchen recedes, yielding to the vast, open expanse of the night sky. You move with an unhurried grace along the terrace, the air growing perceptibly cooler, carrying a distinct, clean scent of deep-sea air, and a faint, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine from the garden below. The rhythmic whisper of the waves, a constant, comforting presence throughout the day, now seems more pronounced, a deeper, more resonant sigh in the quiet of the night. Your gaze is drawn immediately to the horizon, where the full, luminous disk of the moon has risen, casting a long, shimmering path of silver across the dark, undulating surface of the sea. Ahead, suspended from the sturdy, dark wood beams of the balcony's overhang, a large, elegantly crafted swing awaits. Its frame is of a fine, aged teak, polished to a deep luster, and it is adorned with thick, generously sized cushions upholstered in a smooth, durable outdoor fabric of a calming, deep charcoal gray. You approach with deliberate steps, the cool limestone beneath your feet, a quiet anchor in the vastness of the night. With a soft, almost imperceptible motion, you ease yourself into the swing. The cushions yield slowly, conforming to your form with a luxurious, silent embrace. The fabric, cool and smooth against your skin, offers a comforting support as you settle back, allowing your weight to be fully cradled. The gentle sway begins almost imperceptibly, a slow, rhythmic pendulum motion that is profoundly calming. A faint, almost inaudible creak of the suspension chains accompanies each soft oscillation, a quiet, metallic whisper in the still air. You rest your head against the soft cushion, allowing your gaze to drift out over the moonlit sea. The silver path stretches endlessly, a shimmering ribbon on the dark water, its light dancing and breaking into countless tiny facets with each gentle ripple. The distant horizon, now a soft, almost indistinguishable line, melts into the deep indigo of the night sky. You observe the subtle, continuous movement of the water, the way the moonlight transforms its surface into a living tapestry of light and shadow, each wave catching and releasing the silver gleam. The cool night air brushes softly against your exposed skin, a gentle caress that invigorates and soothes in equal measure. The rhythmic sway of the swing continues, a gentle, hypnotic motion that perfectly synchronizes with the distant, murmuring sigh of the waves below. You feel completely suspended between the quiet solidity of the villa and the vast, open expanse of the moonlit sea. The only sounds are the soft, almost imperceptible creak of the swing and the ceaseless, ancient rhythm of the ocean, a lullaby of the night. You simply watch the silver light dance on the water, feeling the gentle, continuous motion, allowing yourself to drift in this serene, unhurried embrace of the Capri night. The lingering echoes of the distant church bells have long faded from the evening air, leaving behind a profound stillness that now surrounds you on the balcony swing. The cool night air, carrying the clean, sharp tang of salt, brushes against your face as you subtly adjust your posture, your attention drawn by a deeper, more resonant sound emanating from the very base of the villa. Your gaze, which moments ago traced the shimmering path of the moon across the vast, dark sea, now drifts downward, seeking the origin of this ceaseless ancient rhythm. You lean forward just slightly, feeling the gentle, almost imperceptible creak of the swing's suspension chains, a quiet whisper in the profound stillness. Your focus narrows to the interaction far below, where the rugged, ancient stone foundation of your villa meets the relentless, enduring rhythm of the Tyrrhenian Sea. The vast, open expanse of the moonlit water is still visible, but the immediate, powerful presence of the breaking waves now commands your full attention. You listen intently. A low, distant rumble begins, a deep, gathering force that grows steadily, building in intensity as a wave approaches the rocky shoreline. It is a sound of immense, yet controlled power, a deep breath taken by the ocean itself, then a soft, sustained hiss, like countless tiny pebbles being drawn across a vast, smooth surface as the water rushes forward, accelerating across the unseen, submerged rocks. Finally, a resonant, hollow thud, a deep, satisfying percussion that is felt as much as heard, as the wave meets the solid, unyielding stone of the cliff face and the villa's foundations. This impact is not violent, but rather a profound, natural embrace, a powerful yet gentle collision that reverberates subtly through the very structure of your tranquil retreat, a deep, grounding vibration. After the initial impact, there is a delicate cascading sound, the soft, whispering retreat of countless rivulets of water, sliding and trickling back down the smoothed, wet rock. You can almost visualize the glistening sheets of water, momentarily illuminated by the distant, diffused moonlight, flowing back into the dark, boundless expanse of the sea. A faint, cool mist, almost imperceptible against your exposed skin, occasionally drifts upwards, carried by the rising air currents, a delicate reminder of the powerful interaction below. This subtle dampness on your skin carries an even purer, more concentrated essence of sea salt, a clean, invigorating perfume that mingles with the cool night air. This entire sequence repeats itself with a consistent, unhurried rhythm. The low rumble, the gathering hiss, the resonant thud, the whispering retreat. Each cycle is almost identical, yet subtly unique, a continuous, ancient conversation between the sea and the land. The sounds echo softly within the natural contours of the cliff, creating a layered, immersive auditory experience that seems to fill the very air around you. You find yourself falling into the cadence, the predictable pattern of sound becoming deeply hypnotic, each wave a gentle punctuation in the profound quiet of the night. The moonlight continues its silent dance on the distant water, but your focus is entirely on the rhythmic, grounding embrace of the waves against the rock, a timeless, natural lullaby. You close your eyes for a long moment, allowing the ceaseless, rhythmic whisper of the waves to completely envelop you, feeling the ancient steady pulse of the sea against the solid, enduring base of your villa. The deep, consistent sounds become a profound, natural lullaby, drawing you into a state of serene and unhurried rest, completely at peace in the quiet, moonlit night, gently swaying on the balcony. The rhythmic whisper of the waves against the villa's rocky base, a deep, ancient lullaby, slowly fades into the quiet memory of the night as the first soft light of a new morning begins to touch the horizon. You stir from your peaceful slumber, the gentle coolness of the fine linen sheets, a familiar comfort around you. The profound stillness of the bedroom is broken only by the distant, muted sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence from beyond your panoramic windows. As you slowly awaken, a new, delicate fragrance begins to subtly reach you. It is a sweet, almost powdery scent, distinct from the sharp salt of the sea, carrying a hint of sun-warmed petals and fresh greenery. This inviting aroma draws you from the luxurious embrace of your bed, your bare feet finding the cool, smooth travertine floor. You rise with an unhurried grace, feeling the subtle stretch along your spine as you move towards the open balcony doors. You step onto the limestone terrace, the cool stone a refreshing contrast against your soles. The air here is crisp and clean, carrying the invigorating essence of the sea, now mingling beautifully with the sweet, floral notes that beckoned you. The morning sun, still low, casts long, soft shadows across the terrace, illuminating a small, elegant table set with a pristine white ceramic vase. Within it, a vibrant cascade of freshly cut bougainvillea branches, their paper-thin petals, a brilliant magenta, awaits your touch. You approach the table, drawn by the vibrant color and delicate perfume. The vase, a simple yet elegant design of smooth, cool ceramic, feels substantial and grounding. You reach out, your fingers gently touching the bougainvillea. The petals are surprisingly delicate, almost dry to the touch, yet their color is intensely rich, a joyous burst of life. The stems, still slightly damp from their recent cutting, feel firm and cool. A faint, earthy scent of fresh sap and green leaves is released as you handle them, mingling with the sweet fragrance of the blossoms. With a thoughtful, unhurried motion, you begin to arrange the branches. You select a long, gracefully arching stem, its vibrant blossoms clustered along its length, and gently lower it into the cool, clear water within the vase. A soft, almost inaudible splash accompanies its entry, and the water ripples outward, reflecting the magenta hues. You adjust its position, allowing the branch to find its natural curve, ensuring that each cluster of petals is perfectly displayed. The subtle sound of leaves brushing against the ceramic rim is soft, a delicate whisper. You continue this slow, deliberate process, selecting each branch with care, considering its shape and the placement of its vibrant blooms. You notice the tiny, almost invisible thorns along some of the stems, a delicate defense. The precise angle, the gentle turn, the soft lowering. Each micro-action is performed with focused attention, creating a harmonious composition. The sun, now higher, bathes the study in a warm, golden light, making the magenta petals glow with an inner luminescence. The air is filled with the sweet, clean scent of the bougainvillea, a gentle, pervasive perfume that soothes and enlivens in equal measure. You pause, stepping back slightly to admire your work. The bougainvillea, now beautifully arranged, stands as a vibrant focal point in the sunlit study. Its rich color, a joyful contrast to the pale, serene tones of the room. The subtle rustle of its delicate petals, moved by an almost imperceptible current of air, is a soft, continuous whisper. The scent, a sweet, pervasive perfume, fills the space, creating an atmosphere of quiet beauty and gentle calm, inviting a moment of deep, unhurried rest. The sweet, clean scent of freshly arranged bougainvillea, still vibrant in the sunlit study, gently settles around you as the morning progresses. You step back from the elegant ceramic vase, admiring your work, feeling the quiet satisfaction of a tranquil task completed. The air in the study, now fragrant with blossoms, remains still, but a subtle shift in the atmosphere begins to draw your attention. You move away from the central table, your bare feet making soft, almost inaudible contact with the smooth, cool, travertine floor. Your gaze drifts towards the tall, arched windows that frame the panoramic sea view, now bathed in the increasingly bright light of mid-morning. You notice the delicate, almost imperceptible movement of the sheer linen curtains, a soft, billowing motion that hints at a gentle presence beyond the glass. As you approach the open window, the subtle scent of bougainvillea gives way to a clearer, sharper aroma, the invigorating essence of pure sea salt carried on a fresh, cool current of air. You pause at the wide, open archway, allowing the full force of the breeze to gently sweep over you. It is not a strong wind, but a soft, consistent breath, a gentle sigh that seems to fill the entire space, carrying with it the profound tranquility of the open ocean. The sheer linen curtains, a delicate, almost translucent white, billow inwards with a soft rhythmic grace. They swell gently, then slowly deflate, their fine fabric rustling with a soft, dry whisper, a sound like silk against silk. You reach out, your fingers lightly touching the cool, smooth stone of the window frame, feeling the subtle vibrations of the breeze as it passes through. The air on your skin is cool and refreshing, a welcome contrast to the growing warmth of the morning sun. You lean slightly into the open window, allowing the gentle current of air to caress your face and stir the strands of your hair. The scent of sea salt is now vivid and pure, mingling with a faint, clean earthiness from the distant cliffs. You can hear the rhythmic whisper of the waves, a familiar, comforting sound, now slightly closer, more distinct, as the breeze carries its ancient song directly into the room. It is a soft, continuous murmur, a deep, steady breath of the ocean that fills the quiet space. You close your eyes for a long moment, simply allowing the sea breeze to wash over you, feeling its cool, gentle touch on your skin and inhaling its clean, invigorating scent. The rhythmic rustle of the linen curtains, a soft, consistent whisper, becomes a soothing backdrop to the deeper, more resonant sigh of the waves. You feel completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, a profound sense of peace settling around you. The soft, continuous breath of the sea breeze fills the room, carrying away any lingering thoughts, leaving behind only a quiet, unhurried calm. The soft, rhythmic whisper of the sea breeze, which had gently billowed the linen curtains, begins to recede as you turn from the open window of your sunlit study. The invigorating scent of salt and distant blossoms, though still present, subtly diminishes, replaced by the warm, quiet perfume of aged wood and paper that defines this intellectual sanctuary. Your bare feet make a soft, almost imperceptible contact with the cool, smooth travertine floor as you move away from the window's edge, drawn towards the heart of the room. Your gaze settles upon a magnificent writing desk, crafted from a deep, rich cherry wood, positioned to catch the soft golden light of mid-morning. The desk's surface, polished to an exquisite sheen, gleams with a quiet luminescence, reflecting the shifting patterns of sunlight that filter through the tall, arched windows. Around it, the air feels still and hushed, a pocket of profound calm within the already tranquil study. You approach with unhurried steps, each movement deliberate, a quiet anticipation settling over you. The subtle earthy scent of the wood itself, a deep, resonant fragrance, grows stronger with each step closer. You reach the desk, its solid presence, a grounding anchor in the spacious room. A high-backed chair, upholstered in a fine dark leather, is pulled in close, inviting you to settle. The leather, cool and smooth to the touch, offers a subtle, luxurious texture, hinting at years of careful use and meticulous maintenance. With a soft, almost imperceptible movement, you ease yourself into the chair, feeling the firm yet yielding support of the cushions. The faintest creak of the leather, a soft, dry whisper, accompanies your adjustment, then quickly fades into the quiet. Your back finds the gentle curve of the chair's support, allowing your posture to relax completely. Your hands, cool from the morning air, slowly extend towards the surface of the desk. Your fingertips make soft, deliberate contact with the polished wood. The sensation is one of profound smoothness, an almost liquid silkiness that invites a prolonged touch. The wood feels cool beneath your skin, yet holds a subtle, inherent warmth, a testament to its natural origin and meticulous craftsmanship. You press your palms gently against the surface, feeling its solid, unyielding nature, a quiet strength that emanates from its deep, well-cared-for material. The subtle scent of beeswax polish, faint and clean, now rises, mingling with the deeper woody notes. You begin to trace the intricate patterns of the wood grain with the pads of your fingers. The lines are delicate, flowing, a natural artistry preserved beneath the deep, clear polish. You follow a dark, curving swirl, then a lighter, almost invisible streak, feeling the minute, almost imperceptible variations in the surface. There is no roughness, only a continuous, seamless glide as your fingertips explore the organic landscape of the timber. You notice how the light, catching the fine layers of polish, creates an illusion of depth within the wood, as if gazing into still, amber water. The subtle woody scent, a deep, earthy fragrance, rises faintly as your touch disturbs the still air just above the surface. You allow your gaze to follow your fingers, observing the subtle dance of light and shadow within the grain. Your movements are slow, deliberate, each trace a quiet act of observation, a meditation on the natural beauty before you. You might pause, your finger resting on a particular knot or swirl, feeling the slight, almost imperceptible change in density. The golden light from the window continues to play across the polished surface, highlighting new nuances in the grain with every subtle shift of the morning. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, gentle presence, filters softly through the closed windows, a muted, comforting whisper that blends with the profound stillness of the room. The profound smoothness of the polished cherry wood desk, still cool beneath your fingertips, lingers as you gently lift your hands, allowing them to hover above the lustrous surface. The subtle, earthy scent of the timber, a grounding presence, continues to fill the quiet air of your sunlit study. You allow your gaze to drift across the expansive, deep red-brown desktop, observing how the golden morning light, now brighter, plays across its exquisite, reflective sheen. Each shift of light highlights the intricate, flowing patterns of the wood grain you just explored, revealing new, invisible nuances in its rich, organic landscape. With a slow, deliberate motion, your hand extends towards a small, precisely cut brass handle on the right side of the desk. Its polished surface feels cool and smooth against your fingers. The drawer slides open with an almost imperceptible whisper, a soft, dry sound of well-oiled wood gliding effortlessly. Inside, nestled with care, rests a stack of your personal stationery, each sheet a pristine, creamy white, thick and substantial. You select a single sheet, your thumb and forefinger gently separating it. The paper feels distinctly crisp, yet possesses a surprising, yielding softness, a fine, velvety texture offering delicate resistance. A faint, clean scent of pristine paper, like fresh linen, rises as you lift it, a subtle perfume of quiet purpose. You place the chosen sheet with precision on the polished desk, its crisp edges astark, inviting contrast against the deep, warm wood, a blank canvas awaiting thought. Next, your hand moves with unhurried grace to a small, elegantly crafted leather tray on the desk. Within its soft, dark embrace, a collection of writing instruments rests. Your eyes settle on a particular fountain pen, its barrel a deep, lustrous obsidian, crafted from cool, smooth resin, polished to a reflective sheen. It feels cool and perfectly balanced as you lift it, its weight substantial and reassuring, cradled in your palm. The fine metal cap, a delicate, precisely machined silver, is cool and smooth, reflecting a tiny sliver of golden sunlight. With a slow, deliberate twist, you uncap the pen. A soft, precise click, a clear, satisfying punctuation, echoes quietly in the profound stillness of the study. The polished cap is then carefully set aside on a leather tray, a quiet, gleaming companion. The elegant, gleaming nib, crafted from solid gold, now reveals itself, its delicate, precisely split tip poised, ready. You bring the pen closer, feeling its elegant, familiar balance, the cool, smooth barrel resting comfortably between your fingers. A faint, metallic scent from the fine gold nib, a clean, subtle aroma, mingles delicately with the clean paper fragrance and the deeper, grounding notes of the cherry wood. You lower the pen with deliberate slowness to the pristine white surface of your personal stationery. The delicate, precisely ground gold nib makes its initial contact with the paper with a whisper-soft touch, a subtle, almost frictionless glide that is barely audible. As you begin to form the first elegant curve of a letter, a faint, almost imperceptible scratch accompanies the movement, a soft, dry whisper, a delicate friction that is deeply satisfying. The rich, dark ink, a deep, profound black, that seems to absorb the golden light, flows smoothly and consistently from the nib, leaving a precise, even line across the paper's yielding surface. You watch with quiet focus as the words slowly begin to appear, each stroke deliberate, each curve perfectly formed, a quiet ballet of thought made visible. The subtle, responsive pressure of the nib against the paper, the gentle, inherent resistance, the smooth, continuous release of the ink. Each sensation is profound, anchoring you completely in the present moment. The soft, rhythmic whisper of the nib continues, a consistent, gentle presence, filling the quiet study with its delicate sound. The rhythmic, soft whisper of the gold nib on the fine paper has gently faded, leaving behind the quiet stillness of your sunlit study. You carefully cap your fountain pen with a soft, precise click, feeling its cool, balanced weight settle in your hand before placing it back on the elegant leather tray. The pristine sheet of stationery, now bearing your thoughtful script, remains on the polished cherrywood desk, catching the soft golden light of late afternoon. You rise from the leather chair, feeling the subtle release of its firm, cool support, and turn from the desk, drawn by a new, inviting sense of calm. You move with unhurried grace across the smooth, cool, travertine floor of the study, your bare feet making soft, almost imperceptible contact with the polished stone. The subtle, earthy scent of aged wood and paper gradually gives way to a fresher, more delicate aroma, the clean, airy perfume of fine linen, mingled with a faint, distant whisper of the sea. The golden light of the afternoon, now softer and diffused, guides you from the intellectual sanctuary of the study, along a quiet corridor towards the deeper tranquility of your master suite. As you step into the bedroom, the light transforms, taking on a hushed, almost ethereal blue, a gentle prelude to the evening. The air here feels distinctly cool and still, a profound calm settling around you. Your gaze drifts towards the expansive, king-sized bed, its bespoke mattress and pristine white sheets covered by a magnificent, hand-stitched linen bedspread. The fabric, a natural, unbleached cream, drapes gracefully, its surface appearing both invitingly soft and exquisitely crafted. The subtle scent of clean linen, like sun-dried fields, fills the immediate space around the bed. You approach the bed, your bare feet finding the plush hand-woven rug that borders its perimeter, its soft, deep pile, a gentle contrast to the cool travertine. Your hand reaches out, your fingertips making soft, deliberate contact with the bedspread. The sensation is one of immediate, profound comfort. The linen feels cool and smooth at first touch, yet beneath that initial coolness, a subtle, inherent warmth emanates from its natural fibers, a gentle, pervasive heat that invites you closer. You feel the delicate, almost imperceptible texture of the hand-stitching, a subtle, rhythmic raised pattern that speaks of meticulous craftsmanship and quiet artistry. With a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, you ease yourself onto the edge of the bed. The mattress yields slowly, conforming to your weight with a luxurious, silent embrace, and the pristine white sheets beneath the bedspread feel cool and crisp against your skin. You draw the linen bedspread up, allowing its soft, comforting weight to settle over your lap and legs. The fabric drapes with a gentle fluidity, its natural texture providing a delicate pressure that is profoundly soothing. You run your palm slowly across the surface, feeling the fine, slightly uneven weave of the linen, each thread a testament to its natural origin. The faint, dry rustle of the fabric, a soft, hushed whisper, accompanies your slow, deliberate movement. You rest your head against the cool, smooth pillow, allowing your gaze to drift across the soft, muted tones of the room. The blue twilight deepens, casting long, gentle shadows that soften every edge. The pervasive warmth of the hand-stitched linen bedspread, a constant, comforting presence, now completely envelops you, a gentle cocoon of natural fibers. The faint, clean scent of linen and the distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a muted, comforting whisper from beyond your panoramic windows, fill the quiet air. You simply breathe, feeling the subtle warmth and soft pressure, allowing yourself to drift in this profound, unhurried embrace of serene comfort. The pervasive warmth of the hand-stitched linen bedspread, a comforting weight across your body, holds you gently as the soft blue twilight deepens around your master suite. The distant rhythmic sigh of the sea, a muted whisper from beyond your panoramic windows, continues its ceaseless lullaby. As you rest, completely enveloped in the subtle textures and quiet sounds of the room, a delicate, dry, floral scent, subtle yet distinct, begins to gently assert itself, a calming presence that seems to emanate from the quiet space beside your bed. This new aroma, a soft, herbal sweetness, is quite different from the clean linen that envelops you. It is a dry, comforting fragrance, like sun-warmed fields at dusk, a quiet invitation to deeper repose. You allow yourself to simply breathe it in, feeling its subtle notes expand gently within your senses. The scent is not overpowering, but a delicate, consistent presence, a silent promise of tranquility, weaving itself into the fabric of the evening air. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible coolness of the evening breeze as it drifts through the slightly ajar balcony doors, carrying the faint, clean scent of the ocean, which now mingles harmoniously with the floral notes. Your hand, warm from the bedspread, slowly extends towards the bedside table crafted from dark, polished cherry wood. The smooth, cool surface of the wood, a familiar touch from your study desk, offers a gentle contrast to the soft linen. Your fingers, moving with unhurried grace, seek out the source of the calming fragrance. There, resting quietly on the subtle sheen of the wood, is a small sachet, a delicate pouch of finely woven linen, its natural, unbleached color, a soft complement to the darkening room. The precise, almost invisible stitching along its edges speaks of meticulous craftsmanship, a quiet detail in the serene setting. Your fingertips make soft, deliberate contact with the sachet. The fabric is a soft, unbleached linen, similar to your bedspread, but with a slightly tighter, more compact weave. It feels dry and cool, yet possesses a surprising, yielding softness beneath your touch. A subtle, inherent give that is deeply satisfying. You trace the delicate, almost invisible stitching that forms its neat edges, feeling the meticulous artistry under your thumb. The sachet is small, perfectly weighted, a comforting, tangible presence in your palm, holding its quiet secret. You gently lift the sachet, feeling its light, contained weight. As you turn it slowly in your hand, a faint, almost imperceptible rustle emanates from within, the soft whisper of dried lavender blossoms shifting against the fine fabric. This tiny sound is deeply soothing, a delicate secret shared between you and the sachet, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness. You press it ever so slightly between your thumb and forefinger, a tender, careful squeeze, feeling the delicate, dry crunch of the tiny blossoms within. A new, more concentrated burst of the sweet herbal lavender scent is released, a soft, warm cloud of perfume that fills the air directly around you, deepening the calm, enveloping you in its peaceful aura. You bring the sachet closer to your face, allowing its delicate perfume to envelop your nostrils fully. You inhale deeply, slowly, feeling the clean, dry sweetness of the lavender fill your lungs, a cooling, calming sensation that spreads gently through your chest. The aroma is pure, earthy, and profoundly relaxing, a quiet balm for the senses, inviting a release of any lingering tension. You hold the breath for a moment, savoring the peaceful infusion, allowing its tranquil essence to permeate your awareness, then release it slowly, a soft, unhurried exhale that feels like a quiet sigh of contentment. The scent seems to linger in the air, a gentle aura of tranquility, a perfect complement to the deepening twilight. The delicate, dry sweetness of the lavender sachet, its calming perfume still lingering in the air of your master suite, gently begins to recede as the soft blue twilight deepens around you. You place the sachet back on the smooth, cool surface of the cherry wood bedside table, feeling its contained weight settle with a soft, almost imperceptible thud. The pervasive warmth of the hand-stitched linen bedspread holds you gently for a final moment, before you slowly push yourself upright, preparing to leave the tranquil embrace of the bed. You swing your bare feet onto the plush, hand-woven rug that borders the bed, its soft, deep pile a comforting texture beneath your soles. The cool air of the room, still carrying the faint, clean scent of linen and a distant whisper of the sea, greets your skin. You rise with an unhurried grace, feeling the subtle stretch along your spine, and move towards the bedroom door, drawn by a new, inviting quality of light that filters from beyond. You step from the quietude of your master suite into a sunbeam-filled corridor, where the soft blue twilight is replaced by a brighter, warmer glow. The air here feels lighter, carrying a faint, clean scent of polished wood and a subtle floral perfume from a distant arrangement. Your bare feet glide across the cool, smooth travertine floor, each step deliberate and soft. The corridor opens into a magnificent, expansive salon, bathed in the full, golden light of late morning. Tall, arched windows, perfectly framed by long, flowing sheer linen curtains, dominate one wall, allowing generous shafts of sunlight to pour into the room. These beams illuminate the vast, polished surface of the herringbone parquet floor, made from a rich, aged oak, its intricate patterns gleaming with a quiet luminescence. The air in the salon feels utterly still and warm, a profound quietness enveloping you, broken only by the distant, muted sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence from beyond the villa walls. Your gaze is immediately drawn to these shafts of golden light. Within their luminous columns, countless tiny dust motes are suspended, performing a slow, silent, almost ethereal dance. Each minuscule particle, too small to be seen in ordinary light, now catches the sun, appearing as a shimmering, ephemeral speck of gold. They drift with an almost imperceptible slowness, rising and falling in gentle, unpredictable currents, creating intricate, fleeting patterns within the golden beams. You watch, utterly mesmerized, as one tiny mote seems to ascend, then pause, then slowly spiral downwards, tracing an invisible path through the illuminated air. Another appears to briefly catch the light with a brighter, more intense sparkle, before fading back into the soft, shimmering obscurity. You move closer to one of the sunbeams, your hand extending slowly into its warmth. Your fingers, cool from the air, feel the subtle, pervasive heat of the sunlight. You disturb the air with a gentle, almost imperceptible movement, and the dust motes around your hand respond, scattering and reforming their delicate dance with a quiet grace. The air here carries only the faint, clean scent of sun-warmed wood and a subtle whisper of the sea, a familiar, comforting presence from beyond the villa walls. The profound stillness of the room, punctuated only by the distant ocean, allows this silent, shimmering dance to completely captivate your attention. You simply stand, allowing the golden warmth of the sunbeam to envelop you, feeling the gentle currents of air on your skin. Your eyes follow the slow, intricate movements of the dust motes, their silent, unhurried dance becoming deeply hypnotic. The quiet beauty of this ephemeral phenomenon fills your senses, drawing you deeper into a state of serene and unhurried calm. The slow, silent dance of dust motes within the golden sunbeams of the salon gently fades from your attention as the mid-morning light continues its unhurried shift. You turn from the radiant light, feeling the subtle warmth on your skin recede, and step away from the polished oak parquet, drawn by a new, more resonant stillness. The profound quiet of the salon remains, a hushed backdrop to your gentle movement. You move with unhurried grace from the expansive salon, your bare feet making soft, almost imperceptible contact with the smooth, cool travertine floor of the connecting corridor. The air here feels slightly cooler, carrying a faint, clean scent of old stone and a distant, muted whisper of the sea. The corridor, bathed in a softer, more diffused light, leads you deeper into the villa's interior, away from the direct sun. As you turn a gentle corner, the cool travertine gives way to a different, more rustic texture beneath your bare feet. You step onto the cool terracotta floor of a long, arched passageway, its surface composed of large, unevenly shaped tiles, their earthy red tones softened by time and wear. The tiles feel cool and firm, yet possess a subtle, inherent warmth from the building's ancient stone. Each step creates a soft, hushed sound, distinct from the almost silent glide on marble. You begin to walk slowly, deliberately, along the passageway. With each unhurried step, the ball of your bare foot makes gentle, precise contact with the cool, smooth surface of a terracotta tile. A soft, dry toll-tolls, barely audible, accompanies the impact. This sound, a delicate punctuation in the profound stillness, is immediately followed by a subtle, hushed echo that seems to travel just ahead of you, dissipating quickly into the quiet air of the arched space. It is not a sharp, piercing sound, but a soft, almost reverent resonance, like a deep, gentle whisper. Your gaze drifts downward, observing the subtle variations in the terracotta tiles. Some are a deeper, richer red, others a paler, almost sun-bleached orange, each bearing the unique marks of its creation and passage through time. You notice the delicate, almost invisible lines of grout between the tiles, precisely laid, a quiet testament to enduring craftsmanship. The cool, smooth surface feels grounding, a constant, comforting presence beneath your soles. The air in the passageway is still and cool, carrying only the faint, clean scent of old earth and stone, a profound, ancient perfume. You continue your slow, rhythmic walk, allowing the hushed echo of your footsteps to become a gentle, hypnotic rhythm. The soft, the subtle, brief echo, then silence before the next deliberate step. This simple, repetitive sound fills the quiet space, creating a sense of profound peace and unhurried progression. The arched ceiling above, with its subtle curves, seems to absorb and then gently release each sound, softening its edges, allowing it to dissipate gracefully. The distant, muted sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence from beyond the villa walls, now seems to blend almost imperceptibly with the soft, rhythmic cadence of your steps, creating a natural, ancient lullaby. You pause for a moment, simply standing, allowing the cool terracotta beneath your bare feet to ground you completely. The hushed echo of your last step gently dissipates into the still air, leaving behind a profound quietude. You simply breathe, feeling the subtle textures and hearing the delicate, repetitive sounds, completely at peace in the serene embrace of the villa, allowing yourself to drift into this tranquil, unhurried moment, enveloped by the quiet, cool passage. The hushed echo of your footsteps on the cool terracotta floor gently dissipates as you emerge from the arched passageway, leaving behind its ancient, earthy scent. The subtle coolness beneath your bare feet shifts, transitioning to the softer, warmer texture of a large, hand-woven rug that defines the entrance to a more intimate, sun-drenched chamber. The pervasive quiet of the villa remains, a comforting presence, as a new aroma, delicate and nostalgic, begins to subtly greet you, the faint, sweet perfume of aged paper and leather. You step fully into a private study, distinct from the grand salon, this one designed for quiet reflection. Here the mid-morning sun, now a soft, golden hue, streams through tall, paned windows, illuminating a comfortable leather armchair placed strategically by the light. The air in this room feels still and dry, carrying the unmistakable fragrance of old books and stories, a quiet invitation to stillness. You approach the armchair, its deep, rich brown leather gleaming softly in the golden light. With an unhurried grace, you ease yourself into the chair. The leather, cool and smooth at first touch, soon warms to your body, yielding with a luxurious, silent embrace. The subtle creak of the well-worn leather, a soft, dry whisper, accompanies your settling, then quickly fades into the quiet. You feel the firm, yet giving support of the cushions, allowing your posture to relax completely. Your gaze drifts towards a low, elegant side table, crafted from dark, polished mahogany, positioned conveniently beside you. On the table, a curated collection of aged travel journals rests, their bindings a rich tapestry of worn leather and linen, softened by time and countless journeys. Each volume, unique in its size and patina, holds the quiet promise of forgotten adventures in distant lands. You reach out, your fingers gently brushing against the spines. The leather feels smooth and slightly dry, some embossed with faded gold lettering, others simply worn to a soft, tactile sheen. The linen bindings offer a coarser yet equally inviting texture. The air around them is thick, with the sweet, earthy scent of old paper and the subtle, clean aroma of old ink. You select a particular journal, its binding a deep, burnished chestnut leather, its edges softened by years of handling. It feels substantial in your hands, its weight suggesting a wealth of carefully recorded memories. You turn it over slowly, feeling the delicate texture of the worn leather, the subtle indentations from a long-lost clasp. The faint, sweet perfume of aged paper rises, a delicate whisper of time. With a deliberate slowness, you open the journal. The spine gives with a soft, dry creak, a sound like a quiet sigh of release. The first few pages are a delicate cream, slightly brittle, filled with elegant, faded script in a deep sepia ink. Tiny sketches, rendered with a light, precise hand, depict distant landscapes and forgotten faces. You trace the lines of the script with your fingertip, feeling the almost imperceptible texture of the ink on the paper. A faint, almost inaudible rustle accompanies the turning of each page, a delicate whisper that invites you deeper into the past. You begin to imagine the quiet moments when these words were first set down, the distant sounds and scents of those faraway places, allowing the quiet narrative to unfold in your mind. The soft, rhythmic turning of pages, the gentle rustle of the ancient paper, becomes a soothing, hypnotic presence, pulling you deeper into the stories. You close your eyes for a long moment, allowing the faint scent of old paper and leather to envelop you, conjuring images of sun-drenched piazzas, bustling harbors, and silent mountain passes. The soft, rhythmic rustle of the pages, a constant, gentle whisper, continues to play in your mind, a delicate soundtrack to the unfolding narratives. The rich, earthy scent of aged paper and leather, a nostalgic perfume, gently begins to dissipate as you carefully close the aged travel journal. Its worn leather binding settles with a soft, dry sigh, and you feel the delicate texture beneath your fingertips for a final, lingering moment. With unhurried grace, you place the volume precisely on the cool, polished mahogany side table beside you, its solid surface a quiet anchor in the tranquil study. The golden light of late afternoon, now softer and diffused, continues to fill the room, painting long, gentle shadows across the herringbone parquet floor. You remain settled in the deep leather armchair, its smooth, cool surface now comfortably warmed by your presence. The pervasive quiet of the study holds you, broken only by the distant, muted sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence from beyond the villa walls. Your gaze, which moments ago was lost in the imagined narratives of distant lands, now drifts downwards, noticing a new, inviting presence. Draped elegantly over the armrest of your chair, a silk throw rests, its surface a soft, muted sapphire blue, reflecting the subtle, deepening twilight outside the window. The fabric appears impossibly light, yet seems to hold a quiet, contained presence. Its delicate sheen catches the diffused light, creating a subtle, almost liquid shimmer that invites a closer touch. The air around it carries a faint, clean fragrance, like fresh, cool air on a quiet evening. You reach out, your fingers slowly extending towards the silk. The initial contact is one of profound, unexpected coolness, a delicate chill that immediately yields to an astonishing softness. The fabric feels utterly smooth, like liquid flowing beneath your fingertips, yet with a subtle, almost imperceptible texture that speaks of its natural origin. You grasp a corner, feeling the delicate weight of the material, its surprising density contradicting its ethereal appearance. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently lift the throw from the armrest. The silk unfurls with a whisper-soft rustle, a delicate, almost inaudible sigh of fabric against fabric. It cascades with a fluid grace, its subtle blue hues shifting and swirling as the light catches its intricate weave. You feel its cool, smooth length draped across your hands, its generous size promising enveloping comfort. The faint, clean scent of the silk, a subtle, natural perfume, rises gently, mingling with the quiet aromas of the study. You then slowly arrange the silk throw across your lap. The fabric settles with a soft, almost soundless drape, molding itself perfectly to the contours of your legs and waist. The initial coolness quickly transforms into a gentle, pervasive warmth, a comforting heat that seems to emanate from within the silk itself, spreading slowly upwards, a delicate embrace. You feel its comforting, contained weight, a subtle pressure that is deeply grounding, anchoring you completely in the moment. It is not heavy, but substantial, a reassuring presence. You rest your hands on the smooth surface of the silk, your fingers gently tracing the fine, almost invisible weave. The coolness of the fabric beneath your palms gives way to a soft, inviting warmth, a delicate cocoon of luxurious comfort. The subtle sheen of the silk, now softened by the deepening twilight, glistens faintly with a quiet luminescence. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, muted whisper, blends seamlessly with the profound stillness of the study, creating a natural, ancient lullaby. You simply breathe, feeling the comforting weight and delicate texture, allowing yourself to drift deeper into the serene and unhurried embrace of the evening, a profound sense of peace settling over you. The comforting weight of the silk throw, which had settled over your lap in the study, now feels lighter as the evening air begins its gentle descent. You slowly stir, feeling the delicate fabric's presence, its cool, smooth texture a final, lingering caress. With unhurried grace, you gently lift the throw from your lap, allowing its soft sapphire blue to ripple and gather. It feels cool and fluid as it cascades through your fingers, a whisper-soft sound of silk against silk before you carefully drape it over the armrest of the deep leather armchair, its subtle sheen now catching the fading light. You rise from the chair, feeling the yielding leather cushions softly release your form, and step onto the smooth, polished herringbone parquet floor of the study. The subtle, earthy scent of aged wood and paper, which had filled the room, now gently mingles with the cooler, fresher air that drifts in from the villa's open spaces. Your bare feet make soft, almost imperceptible contact with the warm oak, each step deliberate and quiet. You move from the intellectual sanctuary of the study, along a hushed corridor where the light has softened, to a deeper, more profound twilight, guiding you towards the deeper tranquility of your master suite. As you step into the bedroom, the air feels distinctly still and cool, a profound quietness enveloping you. The panoramic windows now frame a vast expanse of deep indigo, where the last faint blush of the sunset has faded into the emerging night. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems more intimate, a soft, hushed murmur. Your gaze drifts towards the expansive, king-sized bed, its bespoke mattress, and pristine white sheets, an inviting expanse. On the dark, polished cherry wood bedside table, a single, delicate flame dances, casting a soft, warm glow. You approach the bed, your bare feet finding the plush, hand-woven rug that borders its perimeter, its soft, deep pile. A gentle contrast to the cool travertine beyond. You ease yourself onto the edge of the bed, the mattress yielding slowly, conforming to your weight with a luxurious, silent embrace. The pristine white sheets feel cool and crisp against your skin. You turn slightly, your attention drawn fully to the soft, steady glow of the candle. It rests in a small, exquisite holder of polished, heavy brass, its surface gleaming with a quiet, antique luster in the soft light. The candle itself is a pale, unbleached beeswax, its cylindrical form smooth and solid. You reach out, your fingers gently hovering near the flame, feeling the subtle, pervasive warmth it radiates, a delicate, almost ethereal heat that brushes against your skin. A faint, clean scent of pure beeswax, sweet and subtly earthy, rises from the melting wax, mingling with the cool air of the room, a deeply comforting perfume. Your eyes are drawn to the flame itself, a single, perfect teardrop of light. It dances with an almost imperceptible slowness, flickering just barely, its golden core radiating a soft, hypnotic brilliance. The tiny dark wick, perfectly centered, glows with a quiet intensity. You watch the subtle, continuous movement of the flame, how it elongates, then shrinks, then gently sways, creating soft, shifting shadows that play across the nearby wall. The silence of the room is profound, broken only by the almost inaudible, delicate crackle of the wick, a tiny, crisp whisper that punctuates the stillness. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a muted, comforting whisper from beyond your panoramic windows, blends seamlessly with the profound stillness of the room, creating a natural, ancient lullaby. You simply rest, feeling the pervasive warmth of the candle flame and inhaling its clean, sweet scent, allowing its soft, hypnotic dance to fill your senses. The soft, hypnotic dance of the candle flame, its delicate crackle, a tiny punctuation in the profound stillness, continues its gentle glow on your bedside table. The sweet, clean scent of beeswax, a comforting perfume, fills the air of your master suite as the night deepens around you. You rest, completely enveloped in the subtle warmth of the hand-stitched linen bedspread, feeling its comforting weight, listening to the distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a muted whisper from beyond your panoramic windows. As you lie there, bathed in the soft, flickering light, a new sound subtly begins to assert itself from the vast, open expanse beyond your window. It is a delicate, yet clear melodic call, distinct from the ceaseless murmur of the waves. The sound is carried on the cool night air, drifting gently into your tranquil space, a quiet invitation to listen more intently to the symphony of the evening. You turn your head slightly on the cool, smooth pillow, allowing your gaze to drift towards the open balcony doors. The panoramic view now reveals a deep, velvety indigo, where the moon, a soft, diffused orb, casts a gentle silver glow on the distant, undulating surface of the sea. The air here feels distinctly cool and fresh, carrying the clean scent of salt and a subtle, earthy fragrance of night-blooming jasmine from the garden below. The rhythmic whisper of the waves, a constant, comforting presence, now seems to blend and soften, becoming a backdrop to the new sound. Then, it comes again. A clear, distinct call, a series of 3 or 4 soft, rising notes, followed by a gentle, almost wistful fall. It is the distant call of a night bird, its song carried effortlessly on the cool, still air. The sound is not sharp or jarring, but soft and melodic, almost ethereal, resonating with a quiet beauty in the vastness of the night. You listen intently, allowing the sound to fully register within your awareness, feeling its gentle vibration in the profound stillness of the room. The delicate crackle of the candle wick, a tiny, crisp whisper, seems to pause, allowing the bird's song to fill the quiet space. The call repeats after a short, unhurried pause. Each sequence of notes is consistent, a familiar, comforting melody that speaks of ancient rhythms and the quiet, unseen life of the night. You find yourself anticipating the next call, allowing its gentle rhythm to settle deep within you. The sound is distant enough to be soft and soothing, yet clear enough to hold your attention, preventing any thoughts from drifting too far. It is a solitary song, a quiet presence in the vast night, a gentle reminder of the world beyond the villa, yet completely harmonious with its profound tranquility. You close your eyes, allowing the soft, melodic call of the nightbird to wash over you, feeling its gentle resonance in the quiet of the room. The cool, fresh air from the open balcony brushes softly against your skin, carrying the faint, clean scent of the sea, which now blends seamlessly with the subtle, sweet perfume of the beeswax from the candle. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, muted whisper, continues its ancient lullaby. You simply breathe, allowing the gentle, repeated notes of the bird's song to guide you deeper into a state of serene and unhurried calm. The soft, unwavering glow of the candle, a quiet sentinel, casts long, dancing shadows, inviting a profound sense of peace and stillness as the night envelops you completely. The distant call of the nightbird has gently faded, leaving behind the profound stillness of your master suite, as the soft, unwavering glow of the beeswax candle continues its quiet dance. You stir from your peaceful repose, feeling the subtle warmth of the hand-stitched linen bedspread, its comforting weight a familiar presence. The cool night air, carrying the faint, clean scent of the sea, brushes against your cheek, a gentle invitation to deeper rest. You rise with an unhurried grace, pushing the linen bedspread back with a soft, dry rustle, and swing your bare feet onto the plush, hand-woven rug that borders the bed. The soft, deep pile offers a comforting texture beneath your soles. The gentle light from the single candle casts long, dancing shadows that soften every edge of the room. You move from the quietude of the sleeping area along a hushed corridor where the moonlight filters softly through a high window, guiding you towards the deeper tranquility of your spacious bath. As you step into the bathroom, the air feels distinctly warm and moist, carrying a delicate, clean aroma of pure water and a subtle floral sweetness. This inviting perfume instantly envelops you, a gentle embrace. The floor beneath your bare feet is a continuation of the cool, smooth travertine that graces much of the villa, its polished surface reflecting the soft, diffused light from a discreet wall sconce. In the center of the room, a magnificent, freestanding soaking tub, carved from a single block of creamy white marble, stands as a serene focal point. Its smooth, cool rim glistens with a faint dampness. You approach the tub, its solid presence a grounding anchor in the spacious room. The water within is perfectly still, its surface a pristine, clear expanse that reflects the soft light from above. You reach out, your fingertips just brushing the surface. The water is exquisitely warm, a perfect temperature that feels like liquid silk, inviting you to sink deeper into its comforting embrace. A faint, almost imperceptible ripple spreads from your touch, slowly expanding across the still, clear surface. Beside the tub, on a small, elegant marble ledge, rests a bar of finely milled soap. It is a pure, unbleached white, its rectangular form smooth and perfectly sculpted, bearing the delicate, almost invisible impression of a single, stylized olive leaf. You reach for it, your fingers gently closing around its cool, firm surface. The soap feels dense and substantial, yet possesses a surprising, almost velvety softness, a subtle texture that promises a luxurious lather. A delicate, clean scent of pure olive oil and a faint herbaceous sweetness rises from the bar, a gentle, natural perfume that mingles with the warm, moist air of the bath. With a slow, deliberate motion, you immerse your hands into the warm water, allowing the fine milled soap to meet the liquid. As you gently rub the soap between your palms, a soft, creamy lather begins to form, its tiny, delicate bubbles rising and expanding. The sound is a quiet, rhythmic whisper, the gentle friction of soap against skin, a soft, continuous hiss that is profoundly soothing. The lather feels incredibly smooth and rich, a luxurious, silken balm that spreads effortlessly across your skin. You feel its gentle caress as you slowly begin to wash your arms, your shoulders, allowing the delicate, fragrant foam to cleanse and soothe. The pervasive warmth of the water, combined with the silken caress of the finely milled soap, creates a profound sense of relaxation. You continue to gently rub the soap, enjoying the soft, rhythmic whisper of the lather, feeling its subtle texture and clean, delicate scent. The warm, moist air of the bath, infused with the gentle perfume of olive oil and herbs, envelops you completely. The silken caress of the finely milled soap, its clean, delicate scent still lingering on your skin, slowly dissipates as you gently rinse away the last traces of lather in your spacious marble bath. The warm water, which had cradled you so perfectly, now begins its quiet journey down the polished drain with a soft, distant gurgle, a subtle sound that marks the end of your tranquil soak. You slowly emerge from the exquisite marble tub, feeling the lingering warmth on your skin, which quickly meets the cooler, moist air of the bathroom. Your bare feet find the smooth, cool travertine floor, a familiar, grounding sensation. The soft, diffused light from the wall sconce casts gentle shadows, enhancing the profound quietude of the space. You move with unhurried grace from the bathing area, your steps soft and deliberate on the cool, polished stone. The delicate, clean aroma of the soap and pure water gently recedes, replaced by a new, more profound fragrance. A deep, restorative herbal scent, warm and subtly earthy, that beckons you further into the villa's serene interior. This inviting perfume grows stronger as you follow a short, softly lit corridor, its walls a smooth, cool stucco, leading you towards a secluded sanctuary designed for ultimate relaxation. The distant rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world. The corridor opens into your private spa area, a haven of hushed light and pervasive warmth. The air here is thick, with a gentle, moist heat, immediately enveloping you in a soft, comforting embrace. The floor, also of cool, smooth travertine, feels slightly damp in places, a testament to the soothing steam that fills the room. Your gaze is drawn to a central, elegant stone basin, carved from a single piece of dark, polished basalt, from which delicate wisps of warm steam rise continuously, creating a soft, ethereal cloud. Within the basin, submerged in shimmering clear water, are bundles of fresh herbs, deep green eucalyptus leaves, fragrant rosemary sprigs, and delicate lavender blossoms, their colors softened and diffused by the rising vapor. You approach the basin, drawn by the gentle warmth and the rich, complex aroma. Your hand extends slowly, your fingers hovering just above the rising steam. The warmth is immediate and pervasive, a soft, moist heat that gently caresses your skin, inviting deeper relaxation. A faint, almost imperceptible hiss emanates from the basin, the quiet sound of water gently heating, a delicate punctuation in the profound stillness. You lean closer, allowing the warm, fragrant steam to envelop your face. You inhale deeply, slowly, feeling the moist, herbal vapor fill your lungs. The scent is a harmonious blend. The sharp, invigorating clarity of eucalyptus, the earthy, clean spice of rosemary, and the soothing, sweet perfume of lavender. Each note is distinct, yet perfectly balanced, a natural symphony of aromas that calms and clarifies in equal measure. You feel the warmth spread through your chest, a gentle, pervasive heat that melts away any lingering tension, inviting a profound sense of release. You close your eyes for a long moment, allowing the steam to gently caress your eyelids, feeling its soft, pervasive warmth on every inch of your exposed skin. The continuous, warm steam rises around you, a soft, fragrant cloud that creates a cocoon of profound tranquility. The gentle hiss from the basin, a constant, soothing sound, blends seamlessly with the distant, muted sigh of the sea, a natural, ancient lullaby. You simply stand, completely enveloped by the soft heat and the delicate, restorative perfumes, allowing yourself to drift deeper into a state of serene and unhurried calm. The pervasive warmth and fragrant air invite a profound sense of peace and stillness, a soft, enveloping embrace that gently carries you towards deep, restorative rest. The warm steam, infused with its restorative herbal fragrance, gently dissipates around you, leaving behind a subtle, lingering scent of eucalyptus and lavender in the quiet air of your private spa. You slowly emerge from the enveloping warmth, feeling the coolness of the travertine floor beneath your bare feet, a refreshing contrast to the humid air. The soft, diffused light of the spa, which had cradled you in profound tranquility, now seems to guide you towards a new, more open space. You move with unhurried grace from the spa, your steps soft and deliberate on the cool, smooth stone. The rich, earthy herbal aroma gradually recedes, replaced by a fresher, crisper scent. The clean, sharp tang of sea salt, mingled with the dry, subtle perfume of sun-warmed earth. This inviting fragrance draws you from the villa's interior along a short, open-air path towards the expansive, sun-drenched gardens that stretch towards the cliff's edge. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems more vibrant, a clear, resonant whisper carried on the mid-morning breeze. As you step fully into the garden, the air feels noticeably lighter and drier, bathed in the full, golden light of late morning. Your gaze is immediately drawn to a cluster of ancient olive trees, their gnarled trunks twisted by centuries of wind and sun, their silver-green leaves shimmering with a quiet luminescence. They stand as silent, enduring sentinels, their deep roots anchoring them firmly to the rocky Capri's soil. The ground beneath your bare feet is no longer smooth stone, but soft, sun-warmed earth, interspersed with tiny, smooth pebbles that offer a delicate, grounding texture. You approach the olive trees, drawn by their ancient presence and the subtle, earthy perfume of their leaves. The air around them is filled with a soft, continuous sound, the gentle rustling of their countless silver-green leaves. It is not a harsh or forceful sound, but a delicate, rhythmic whisper, like countless tiny silk scarves brushing against each other. This sound is created by a soft, consistent breeze, a gentle breath of air that seems to weave its way through the intricate branches, causing each slender leaf to dance with a quiet grace. You pause beneath the canopy of one of the oldest trees, feeling the dappled sunlight filter through its dense foliage, creating a moving pattern of light and shadow on the warm earth around you. You reach out, your fingers gently touching a cluster of the slender, elongated leaves. Their surface feels cool and surprisingly smooth, yet with a subtle, almost imperceptible fuzziness on their silver undersides. As the breeze passes, the leaves flutter and turn, revealing first their deep green tops, then their shimmering silver undersides, creating a quiet, visual symphony of subtle movement and shifting light. A faint, dry, slightly bitter scent, characteristic of olive leaves, is released into the air, mingling with the clean, salty breeze. The gentle rustling of the leaves continues, a constant, soothing whisper that seems to harmonize perfectly with the distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea. It is a natural, ancient melody, a quiet conversation between the wind and the trees, filling the space with its profound tranquility. You close your eyes for a long moment, allowing the soft, dry sound to wash over you, feeling the gentle breeze on your skin, and inhaling the subtle, earthy perfume of the olive leaves. The pervasive warmth of the late morning sun, filtered through the leaves, creates a delicate, comforting heat. You simply stand, completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, allowing yourself to drift deeper into a state of serene and unhurried calm, a profound sense of peace settling over you in the quiet embrace of the ancient grove. The subtle coolness beneath your bare feet, a lingering memory from the travertine, slowly warms as you step from the shaded path into the sun-drenched expanse of the garden. The gentle rustling of the ancient olive leaves, which had accompanied your last moments, now gradually softens, receding into the background as a new, distinctly herbaceous aroma begins to assert itself, carried effortlessly on the warm, dry air of the afternoon. This inviting perfume, sharp and clean, draws you away from the gnarled trunks and shimmering canopy of the olive grove, guiding you towards a different, equally tranquil corner of the villa's expansive grounds. You move with unhurried steps, your bare feet finding the familiar soft, sun-warmed earth, interspersed with tiny, smooth pebbles that offer a delicate, grounding texture with each contact. The path, now slightly wider and less defined, leads you along a low, natural stone wall, its surface rough and warm beneath your trailing fingertips. Bordering this ancient wall, a dense, sprawling collection of rosemary bushes thrives, their slender, needle-like leaves, a deep, muted green, almost silver in the shifting light, absorbing the full warmth of the afternoon sun. The air here is thick with the pure, invigorating scent of rosemary, a clean, sharp perfume that seems to hum with quiet energy, mingling beautifully with the lingering, subtle tang of sea salt and the dry, warm scent of the sun-baked earth. You pause, allowing the pervasive warmth of the afternoon sun to settle fully upon your shoulders and arms. You extend your hand, your fingers gently reaching out towards a particularly dense cluster of rosemary leaves. The leaves feel cool and surprisingly firm, almost leathery beneath your touch, their texture subtly ridged and resilient. As your fingertips brush past, a faint, dry rustle accompanies the movement, a delicate, almost inaudible whisper of leaves against leaves. This subtle friction releases an even more concentrated burst of the aromatic oils into the air, a pungent, clean explosion of fragrance that invigorates your senses. You bring your hand closer, inhaling deeply, allowing the sharp, clean notes of the herb to fill your lungs, feeling its clarifying presence. You observe the tiny, almost invisible flowers, a pale, delicate blue, barely discernible amidst the dense needle-like foliage, their small forms a quiet detail within the vibrant green. The afternoon sun, now lower in the sky, casts long, soft shadows from the rosemary bushes, creating intricate, shifting patterns on the warm earth around their bases. These shadows dance with an almost imperceptible slowness, gradually elongating as the afternoon progresses. The gentle, continuous sigh of the distant sea, a deep, steady murmur, provides a constant, rhythmic backdrop. A natural lullaby that harmonizes with the subtle, dry rustle of the rosemary leaves as the light, consistent breeze passes through them. The air around you feels still, yet alive with these subtle movements and profound fragrances. You simply stand, completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, feeling the pervasive warmth of the afternoon sun on your skin and the cool, firm texture of the rosemary leaves beneath your fingers. The persistent, clean scent of rosemary, a grounding and invigorating presence, fills your senses, creating an atmosphere of deep, unhurried calm. The rhythmic rustle of the leaves, a soft, continuous whisper, and the distant, soothing sigh of the sea blend into a profound natural melody, inviting a quiet sense of peace and stillness as the afternoon gently unfolds around you. The subtle, sharp scent of rosemary, which had invigorated your senses in the afternoon sun, gently begins to dissipate as the late afternoon light softens into a mellow, golden twilight. You turn from the dense bushes, feeling the lingering warmth on your skin, and step from the soft, sun-warmed earth onto a cooler, more defined stone path. The gentle rustling of leaves and the distant murmur of the sea, though still present, subtly recede as a new, profound stillness begins to assert itself, drawing you deeper into the villa's ancient embrace. You move with unhurried grace along the stone path, your bare feet making soft, deliberate contact with the cool, smooth surface. The path leads you through a series of gracefully arched corridors, their walls of pale, smooth stucco, where the air feels distinctly cooler and stiller, carrying a faint, clean scent of old stone and polished wood. The soft, golden light of twilight filters through high, narrow windows, casting long, gentle shadows that play across the floor. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world. As you step into the grand hall, the air feels utterly profound in its quietude. The vast, polished marble floor, a familiar cool expanse beneath your bare feet, gleams softly in the diffused light, reflecting the high, vaulted ceilings. Your gaze is drawn to a towering, antique grandfather clock, positioned against a far wall, its dark, rich mahogany cabinet rising with an elegant, imposing presence. The wood, polished to a deep luster, reflects the soft twilight, its intricate carvings softened by the dimming light. You approach the grandfather clock with unhurried steps, your bare feet making barely a sound on the cool marble. As you draw nearer, a subtle sound begins to emerge from its silent form. It is a soft, continuous tua manite, a deep, internal vibration that emanates from within the clock's ancient mechanism. This hum is not loud or intrusive, but a delicate, almost imperceptible resonance, a low, steady thrum that speaks of intricate gears and springs moving with timeless precision. It is a sound that has marked countless hours, a quiet, enduring heartbeat within the stillness of the villa. You reach out, your fingers gently touching the cool, smooth surface of the mahogany cabinet. The wood feels solid and substantial beneath your palm, its deep, rich warmth, a gentle contrast to the cool marble floor. You can feel the faint, internal vibration of the clock's quiet hum, a delicate tremor that resonates softly through the polished wood, a faint, clean scent of aged wood and beeswax polish rises, mingling with the cool, still air of the hall, a subtle perfume of history and meticulous care. You lean closer, allowing your ear to come just a few inches from the glass-fronted door that protects the clock's delicate face and pendulum. The quiet hum becomes slightly more pronounced, a steady, rhythmic thrum that is profoundly soothing. You can just discern the soft, almost imperceptible tick-tock of the pendulum, a tiny, crisp punctuation that accompanies the deeper hum. A secret rhythm within the quiet. The brass pendulum, a polished, gleaming crescent, swings with a slow, hypnotic grace, its movement almost silent, a visual echo of the internal rhythm, the intricate, gilded hands of the clock, moving with an almost imperceptible slowness, trace their timeless path across the delicate, ivory-colored face. You simply stand, completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, feeling the pervasive coolness of the marble beneath your bare feet and the gentle, internal hum of the antique grandfather clock. The quiet hum, a constant, rhythmic presence, fills your senses, creating an atmosphere of deep, unhurried calm. The gentle, internal hum of the antique grandfather clock, a steady, rhythmic thrum, slowly fades from your immediate awareness as you turn from its polished mahogany presence. The pervasive coolness of the marble floor, a familiar grounding sensation, guides your bare feet away from the grand hall, its vast quietude now a subtle memory. The soft, golden twilight, which had bathed the hall, deepens as you move, transitioning into the profound stillness of the villa's interior. You move with unhurried grace, your steps soft and deliberate, making barely a sound on the cool, smooth marble. The faint, clean scent of aged wood and beeswax polish gently recedes, replaced by a new, more delicate aroma, a subtle, earthy sweetness, like dried clay and ancient minerals. This fragrance draws you from the expansive hall, along a short, softly lit corridor, towards a more intimate, hushed sitting area. The light here is subdued, a gentle, ambient glow emanating from discreet wall sconces, casting long, soft shadows that soften every edge. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world. As you step into the sitting area, the air feels distinctly still and cool, a profound quietness enveloping you. Your bare feet find the cool, smooth travertine floor, its polished surface reflecting the soft, diffused light from above. Your gaze is drawn to an elegant, small mahogany console table, positioned against a pale stucco wall. Upon its polished surface, a single, exquisitely crafted object rests, bathed in the soft, ambient glow, a hand-painted ceramic vase. Its form is graceful, its colors muted yet rich, a quiet focal point in the serene room. You approach the console table with unhurried steps, the cool travertine a familiar anchor beneath your soles. The vase, a slender amphora-like shape, stands with quiet dignity. You reach out, your fingers gently hovering near its surface, feeling the subtle coolness it radiates. The ceramic itself is a creamy, unbleached white, providing a luminous base for the intricate artistry that adorns it. A faint, earthy scent of fired clay and ancient glaze, subtle yet distinct, rises gently, mingling with the cool, still air of the room. Your eyes begin to slowly trace the delicate, hand-painted patterns that adorn the vase. They are rendered in soft, calming hues, deep, muted blues like the distant sea at dusk, interwoven with gentle greens and soft, sun-baked ochres. These colors form repeating motifs of curling olive branches, tiny, stylized grapevines, and abstract geometric designs, each brushstroke a testament to meticulous craftsmanship and quiet artistry. You notice the subtle variations in hue and intensity, the quiet imperfections that speak of being hand-painted, each line a unique, precise mark. The smooth, cool surface of the glaze, slightly raised in places where the paint is thicker, catches the soft, ambient light, creating a delicate, almost imperceptible shimmer. You extend your hand, your fingertips gently making contact with the cool, smooth glaze of the vase. The surface feels cool and polished, yet beneath the slickness you can sense the faint, almost imperceptible texture of the painted design, a subtle resistance against your skin. You trace the delicate curve of a painted leaf, feeling its raised outline under your thumb, following the precise, unhurried path the artist's brush once took. The vase itself feels solid, substantial, a quiet, enduring presence in your hand. The air in this corner of the room is still, carrying only the faint, clean scent of old ceramic and the quiet, distant sigh of the sea. You remain, standing quietly, allowing the intricate beauty and cool smoothness of the hand-painted ceramic vase to fill your senses. The intricate details of the hand-painted ceramic vase, its cool, smooth glaze and muted colors, gently recede from your focus as the soft, ambient light of the sitting area deepens into the profound stillness of evening. You turn from the console table, feeling the cool travertine floor beneath your bare feet, its polished surface a familiar anchor. The subtle, earthy scent of fired clay and ancient glaze, which had filled the room, now gently dissipates, replaced by the clean, sharp tang of sea salt, a powerful invitation from beyond the villa walls. You move with unhurried grace from the intimate sitting area, your steps soft and deliberate, making barely a sound on the cool, smooth stone. The quiet hum of the villa's interior, a constant, comforting presence, now blends with the growing resonance of the sea. You follow a winding path, carved directly into the ancient rock face, its surface worn smooth by time and elements. The air here grows cooler, carrying a damp earthiness beneath the sharp salt notes, a distinct change from the still air of the villa. The soft, diffused light of evening filters through occasional gaps in the rock and the dense, wild fig leaves that cling to the cliffside, creating moving patterns of light and shadow on the path ahead. Each step is deliberate, your bare feet finding purchase on the cool, uneven stone. The path soon opens onto a secluded private cove, a small, hidden beach where the land meets the sea. The light here is soft and ethereal, a pale, milky silver cast by the rising moon, which illuminates the gentle curve of the shore. The air is thick, with the pure, invigorating essence of the ocean, a clean, sharp perfume that seems to hum with quiet energy. The rhythmic whisper of the waves, a constant, comforting presence throughout your stay, now feels immediate and powerful, a deep, resonant sigh that fills the entire space. You approach the edge of the water, your bare feet sinking slightly into the cool, damp sand, its fine grains yielding softly beneath your weight. The sand feels cool and granular, a delicate, shifting texture. Your gaze sweeps across the shoreline, where the gentle waves leave behind a delicate fringe of white foam, sparkling faintly in the moonlight. Among the scattered fragments of smooth stone and dried seaweed, a particular object catches your eye. It is a shell, perfectly formed and strikingly beautiful, its surface a pearly white with subtle, almost iridescent streaks of pale pink and blue. You bend down, your fingers gently reaching towards it. The sand around it feels cool and soft. Your fingertips make soft, deliberate contact with the shell. The sensation is one of profound smoothness, an almost liquid silkiness that invites a prolonged touch. The shell feels cool and firm in your palm, its delicate weight perfectly balanced, a tangible piece of the ocean's enduring artistry. You turn the polished shell over slowly in your hand, feeling its intricate natural curves and the subtle, almost imperceptible ridges of its growth rings. The coolness of its surface is deeply refreshing, a gentle caress against your skin. You bring it closer to your ear, and a faint, hushed sound, like the distant murmur of the sea, seems to emanate from its hollow interior, a quiet echo of the boundless ocean. The air here is still, carrying only the pure, invigorating scent of sea salt and the rhythmic, powerful sigh of the waves breaking gently on the shore. You simply stand, completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, feeling the smooth coolness of the polished shell in your hand. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant soothing whisper, fills your senses, creating an atmosphere of deep, unhurried calm. The cool, smooth shell, a tangible connection to the vast, tranquil sea, invites a profound sense of peace and stillness, a soft, grounding presence as the night deepens around you. The smooth coolness of the polished shell, still resting in your hand, holds the lingering essence of the moonlit shore as you turn from the gentle lapping of the waves. The cool, damp sand beneath your bare feet slowly gives way to the drier, firmer texture of the path leading back into the villa, a subtle transition from the vast open night to the intimate quiet of your personal space. The pure, invigorating scent of sea salt, which had filled the air of the private cove, gradually softens as you move, replaced by the familiar, clean aroma of sun-warmed stone from the villa's ancient walls. You ascend a short, winding stone staircase, its worn steps cool and smooth beneath your soles, each gentle rise a deliberate movement. Your bare feet make soft, almost imperceptible contact with the ancient stone, a quiet rhythm in the profound stillness of the early morning. The diffused light of dawn, now a soft, pearly gray, filters through high, narrow apertures in the rock, casting long, gentle shadows that dance with a slow, almost imperceptible grace. You carry the single polished shell and a small handful of sea glass, their cool, smooth surfaces, a comforting presence in your palm, a tangible memory of the tranquil shore. The staircase leads you into a hushed corridor, its walls of pale, smooth stucco, where the air feels distinctly cooler and stiller, carrying a faint, clean scent of old stone. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world, blending with the profound quiet of the villa's interior. You move with unhurried grace, your steps soft and deliberate, making barely a sound on the cool, smooth travertine floor that now extends before you. Your path brings you to a quiet, sun-dappled room, a personal sanctuary, where the morning light, now a brighter, more golden hue, streams through a tall, arched window. The air here feels lighter, carrying a faint, clean scent of fresh air and polished wood. Your gaze is drawn to the wide, stone windowsill, its pale, sun-warmed surface gleaming softly in the golden light. Here, the sunlight falls in a generous, luminous patch, illuminating the subtle texture of the ancient stone. You approach the windowsill, your bare feet finding the cooler, smoother travertine. With a slow, deliberate motion, you gently open your hand, allowing the polished shell and the handful of sea glass to settle onto the warm stone. The shell, its pearly white surface, still cool to the touch, rests with a soft, almost inaudible thud. The individual pieces of sea glass, their edges smoothed by years of tumbling in the ocean, fall with a delicate, crystalline clink, a soft, almost musical whisper that punctuates the profound stillness. Their varied colors, soft greens, pale blues, and frosted whites, glow with a quiet luminescence in the dappled sunlight. You then begin to arrange the sea glass, your fingers moving with unhurried grace. You select a piece of frosted aqua, its surface cool and incredibly smooth, its shape a soft, irregular triangle. You turn it slowly, observing how the light catches its delicate translucence, illuminating tiny, almost invisible air bubbles trapped within. With a precise, gentle touch, you place it beside the larger pearly shell, feeling the subtle resistance of the stone beneath. A faint, almost imperceptible scrape accompanies its adjustment, a soft, dry sound. You then choose a smaller, almost perfectly round piece of pale green, its edges worn to a silky smoothness, and position it carefully, allowing it to subtly overlap the aqua piece. The soft, diffuse light from the window plays across the arrangement, transforming the simple fragments into tiny, luminous jewels. The rhythmic whisper of the waves, a constant, soothing presence from beyond the window, blends seamlessly with the profound stillness of the room, creating a natural, ancient lullaby. The polished shell and smooth sea glass which had rested in a delicate arrangement on your sun-dappled windowsill now reflect the last, fading light of the afternoon, their subtle gleam softening as the golden hues recede. You turn from their quiet beauty, feeling the cool, smooth travertine floor beneath your bare feet, its familiar texture a grounding presence. The subtle, clean scent of old stone and the faint, briny tang of the sea, which had filled the room, now gently deepen as the day begins its slow, unhurried transition towards evening. You move with unhurried grace from the sun-dappled room, your steps soft and deliberate, making barely a sound on the cool, polished stone. The path leads you through a series of gracefully arched passageways, their walls of pale, smooth stucco, where the air feels distinctly cooler and stiller. The distant rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems to grow in resonance, a deeper, more profound whisper that beckons you towards the vast, open expanse of the evening horizon. As you step onto the expansive main terrace, the air feels noticeably cooler, carrying a clean, sharp tang of pure sea salt, mingled with the faint, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine from the garden below. The sun, now a low, burnished orb, dips towards the horizon, casting long, ethereal shadows that stretch across the warm limestone tiles. Your gaze is immediately drawn to the distant, iconic silhouettes of the Faraglioni, the three majestic sea stacks that rise with ancient grace from the deep, calm waters. They stand as silent sentinels, their rugged forms now softened by the deepening twilight, appearing as dark, profound shapes against the slowly changing sky. You approach a low, comfortable stone bench, its surface warmed by the day's sun, adorned with thick, generously sized linen cushions in a calming, muted gray. With a slow, unhurried motion, you ease yourself onto the bench. The cushions yield softly, conforming to your form with a luxurious, silent embrace, and the cool linen fabric feels pleasant against your skin. You arrange your posture, allowing your back to be fully supported, feeling the quiet strength of the ancient stone beneath you. The faint, dry rustle of the linen, a soft, hushed whisper, accompanies your settling, then quickly fades into the profound stillness. You rest your hands gently on your lap, allowing your gaze to drift out over the vast, open expanse of the sea. The sky above is a canvas of slow, deliberate change. The vibrant oranges and soft pinks of the sunset begin their gradual fade, slowly dissolving into tender purples and deep, tranquil blues. You watch, utterly mesmerized, as the colors soften, deepen, and slowly blend, each hue flowing seamlessly into the next with an almost imperceptible grace. The Ferraglioni, once vibrant against the daylight, now become increasingly stark, powerful silhouettes, their jagged edges softened against the deepening luminous sky. The surface of the sea below is a vast, undulating expanse of shifting color, reflecting the slow descent of twilight. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, comforting murmur, now seems more intimate, its ancient song, a soft, unbroken cadence in the profound quiet. You observe the subtle, continuous movement of the water, how the last, faint glimmers of light dance on its surface, creating fleeting, ethereal patterns of muted silver and deep indigo. The cool evening air brushes softly against your exposed skin, a gentle caress that invigorates and soothes in equal measure. You simply sit, completely enveloped by the subtle sounds and delicate fragrances, feeling the pervasive coolness of the evening air and the soft, comforting support of the linen cushions. The slow descent of twilight, which had transformed the distant Ferraglioni into softened silhouettes against a canvas of deepening purples and blues, now continues its unhurried progression. You rise from the comfortable stone bench on the terrace, feeling the plush linen cushions softly release your form, and step onto the cool, smooth limestone tiles. The crisp, clean tang of sea salt, mingled with the faint, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine, still lingers in the evening air, a gentle invitation to deeper rest. You move with unhurried grace along the expansive terrace, your bare feet making soft, deliberate contact with the cool, polished stone. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, comforting presence, now seems to grow more intimate, a soft, hushed murmur that beckons you towards the deeper tranquility of your master suite. The subtle glow of the setting sun, which had painted the sky with its vibrant hues, now gradually recedes, yielding to the profound stillness of the emerging night. As you step into the bedroom, the air feels distinctly cool and still, a profound quietness enveloping you. The panoramic windows which had framed the dramatic twilight now reveal a vast, open expanse of deep azure, a tranquil canvas of infinite depth. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world, blending seamlessly with the profound quiet of the room. You approach the expansive, king-sized bed, its bespoke mattress, and pristine white sheets, an inviting expanse. You ease yourself onto the edge of the bed, the mattress yielding slowly, conforming to your weight with a luxurious, silent embrace. The pristine white sheets feel cool and crisp against your skin. You turn slightly, allowing your gaze to drift towards the panoramic windows, where the sky is undergoing its final, tranquil transformation. The last, lingering vestiges of the golden light which had painted the horizon with soft, ethereal hues are now slowly, almost imperceptibly, fading. You watch as the tender purples and soft pinks, remnants of the sunset, dissolve into the deepening blue, each color flowing seamlessly into the next with an exquisite, unhurried grace. The sky above the distant sea transitions from a rich, luminous indigo to a profound, velvety azure, a color so deep it seems to absorb all light, yet holds a subtle, inherent glow. The horizon line, once a sharp division, now softens into an almost indistinguishable blend of sea and sky, a seamless expanse of tranquil blue. As the golden light completely vanishes, the deep azure intensifies, becoming a vast, unbroken canopy that stretches endlessly. The distant stars, faint at first, begin to prickle the deepening blue, tiny pinpricks of light that add a delicate sparkle to the tranquil scene. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, soothing whisper, fills the quiet air, a gentle, unbroken cadence that harmonizes perfectly with the profound stillness of the room and the vast, peaceful expanse outside your window. The air here carries only the faint, clean scent of cool night air and a distant, almost imperceptible whisper of jasmine, a subtle perfume of the tranquil night. You simply rest, feeling the pervasive coolness of the evening air and the soft, comforting support of the pristine sheets. The tranquil transition from golden light to deep azure, a slow, unhurried dance of colors, fills your senses, drawing you deeper into a state of serene and unhurried calm. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, soothing whisper, blends seamlessly with the profound stillness of the room, creating a natural, ancient lullaby that invites a deep, restorative peace. You simply breathe, allowing the gentle, consistent sounds and subtle visual changes to guide you deeper into a state of profound, unhurried rest, completely at peace in the quiet, enveloping embrace of the Capri night. The tranquil transition from golden light to deep azure, which had filled the vast expanse outside your window, has now completed its unhurried descent, leaving behind a profound, velvety darkness. You rise from the comfortable stone bench on the terrace, feeling the plush linen cushions softly release your form, and step onto the cool, smooth limestone tiles. The crisp, clean tang of sea salt, mingled with the faint, sweet perfume of night-blooming jasmine, still lingers in the cool evening air, a gentle invitation to deeper rest. You move with unhurried grace along the expansive terrace, your bare feet making soft, deliberate contact with the cool, polished stone. The rhythmic sigh of the waves, a constant, comforting presence, now seems more intimate, a soft, hushed murmur that beckons you towards the deeper tranquility of your master suite. The vast, open expanse of the night sky, now a seamless canvas of deep, star-pricked azure, recedes into the background as you approach the familiar warmth and quietude of your private sanctuary. As you step into the bedroom, the air feels distinctly cool and still, a profound quietness enveloping you. The panoramic windows now frame an unbroken canvas of deep, dark blue, where the distant, diffused light of the moon casts a subtle, ethereal glow on the far horizon. The familiar, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, comforting presence, now seems even more muted, a whisper from a faraway world, blending seamlessly with the profound quiet of the room. Your gaze drifts towards the expansive, king-sized bed, its bespoke mattress and pristine white sheets, an inviting expanse, now softly illuminated by the faint, diffused moonlight. You approach the bed, your bare feet finding the plush, hand-woven rug that borders its perimeter. Its soft, deep pile, a gentle contrast to the cool travertine beyond. You stand before the bed, feeling its solid, comforting presence, a silent promise of deep, undisturbed slumber. The air here carries only the faint, clean scent of fresh linen, like sun-dried fields, a delicate perfume that whispers of comfort and repose. With a slow, deliberate motion, you begin to prepare your bed. Your hands reach out, fingers gently grasping the edge of the fine linen bedspread, a soft, unbleached cream, which drapes gracefully over the pristine white sheets. You feel its delicate, almost imperceptible texture, the subtle, rhythmic raised pattern of the hand-stitching beneath your fingertips. With a smooth, unhurried pull, you slowly draw the bedspread back, folding it neatly and precisely to the foot of the bed. A soft, dry rustle, a delicate whisper of fabric against fabric, accompanies its movement, a gentle, hushed sound that punctuates the profound stillness of the room. The pristine white sheets, cool and crisp, now lie exposed, a smooth, inviting surface awaiting your embrace. You then extend your hands, palms flat, and gently smooth the surface of the top sheet. Your fingers spread wide, making soft, deliberate contact with the fine Egyptian cotton. The fabric feels incredibly cool and smooth, almost silken, yet with a subtle, inherent crispness that speaks of its exceptional quality. You guide your hands slowly, evenly, across the entire expanse of the sheet, feeling any minuscule crease or fold yield softly beneath your touch. The sound is a soft, almost inaudible whisper of fabric, a delicate glide that is deeply soothing, creating a perfectly unblemished surface. Each slow, deliberate movement of your hands is precise, ensuring an even, unmarred canvas of comfort. Next, you turn your attention to the plump, inviting pillows. There are two, perfectly aligned, their cases of the same pristine, cool Egyptian cotton. You reach out, your fingers gently touching the top pillow. It feels soft and yielding, yet with a resilient inner core that promises perfect support. The pristine white sheets and duvet, a soft, inviting expanse, gleam faintly in the diffused moonlight, promising deep, undisturbed slumber. You stand before your perfectly prepared bed, feeling its solid, comforting presence, an invitation to complete repose. The air carries the faint, clean scent of fresh linen, a delicate perfume whispering of comfort and serenity. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, soothing whisper, now blends almost imperceptibly with your gentle breathing, a natural, ancient, hypnotic lullaby. With unhurried grace, you take a single step forward, your bare feet making soft contact with the plush, hand-woven rug bordering the bed. The deep, soft pile yields gently beneath your soles, a comforting, grounding texture. You turn slowly towards the inviting expanse of the bed, feeling the subtle shift of the cool night air. The diffused moonlight casts long, gentle shadows, softening every edge, creating profound tranquility. You ease onto the very edge of the bed, a slow, deliberate lowering of your weight. The mattress yields with a luxurious, silent embrace, conforming precisely to your body, providing subtle, firm, yielding support. The pristine white sheets, cool and crisp, feel exquisitely smooth against your skin. A faint, almost inaudible whisper of fabric, a soft, dry rustle, punctuates the profound stillness. You pause, simply sitting, allowing the cool smoothness of the sheets and the comforting give of the mattress to settle, feeling your body completely supported. With unhurried motion, you slowly swing your legs onto the bed, one after the other. The plush, hand-woven rug now rests softly at the side of the bed. Your calves and thighs make contact with the cool, smooth bottom sheet, feeling its exquisite fineness, a delicate touch. The mattress responds with a subtle, gentle spring, absorbing the new weight. You then slowly recline your torso backward, allowing your entire body to sink deeper into the luxurious embrace of the bed. Your spine finds its natural curve, completely supported by the bespoke mattress, a perfect cradle for rest. Your head settles onto the plump, inviting pillow. Its surface, the same pristine, cool Egyptian cotton, feels incredibly soft and smooth, a gentle caress against your cheek. The pillow yields just enough, cradling your neck and head with perfect support, allowing your muscles to relax. You feel the delicate compression and expansion of the down-filling, a soft, almost imperceptible give, contouring precisely to your form. The faint, clean scent of fresh linen, a subtle perfume, rises from the pillow, enveloping your senses. Your hands, now resting gently on the duvet, feel its ethereal lightness. The fine linen cover, cool and smooth, drapes effortlessly over your body. With a slow, fluid motion, you gently pull the duvet upwards, allowing it to settle completely over you. The fabric billows softly, a delicate, almost silent whisper of air, as it gracefully covers your form. You feel its comforting, contained weight, a subtle pressure, deeply grounding, yet wonderfully light. The coolness of the linen, a delicate texture against your skin, gives way to a pervasive, gentle warmth, a quiet heat emanating from within the duvet, enveloping you in a soft, luxurious cocoon. You adjust your shoulders and hips, finding the perfect, most comfortable position. The mattress responds with a subtle, yielding sigh, a soft, almost imperceptible movement, cradling your body completely. The sheets and duvets softly conform, forming a seamless embrace of comfort and warmth. Your breath deepens, becoming slow and rhythmic, a quiet, steady exhalation and inhalation, filling the profound stillness of the room. The distant, rhythmic sigh of the sea, a constant, soothing whisper, now blends almost imperceptibly with your gentle breathing, a natural, ancient, hypnotic lullaby.